Opie and Anthony on satellite radio. Host Anthony Camilla and Greg Opie. Opie and Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy comment, profanity linked rant. Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
Yeah, come on, bring it on. You know what? I think this is hilarious.
A whole big bunch of fun.
The greatest show on satellite radio today.
This show is like the box of chocolates that Forrest's mother was talking about.
You're a no-good son of a bitch.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
We're so much fucking better than you.
Absolute lunacy.
If you're giving me the hook, fine, whatever.
Well, what's going
I do
on?
what I'm told. I don't.
Completely out of control.
It doesn't get better than this. Come on, it's shocking.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the
Show on the road. Let's do this. Morning.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, we didn't get a hello out of you.
Good morning.
We get a harumph out of you.
Yeah, I know. That's the line. Harumph.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, I got your text. I'm the dummy, Jimmy. Oh, I did get your text. Me and Jimmy were looky-loos yesterday after the show.
Yes.
Looky-loos.
We were the looky-loos.
The View is filmed 3 and 4 blocks from where we live.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So we, Hope texted me. We said we were going to meet and go down and see the president.
Yeah.
Win.
It's just kind of cool to check out the whole thing because they pretty much freeze, I want to say the whole city, but they freeze, I don't even know, how many blocks? It had to be at least 10 blocks and then
10 square blocks.
at least 3 or 4 going the other way. That is a massive area in Manhattan to freeze just to get the president into the View.
Yeah.
And me and Jimmy are sitting there and we're trying to guess where the motorcade's going to go. We guessed horribly wrong.
Yeah.
And actually, I was on the scene before Jimmy, and I started seeing the white shirts NYPD guys. Those are the sergeants and all,
Lieutenants.
right? Lieutenants and all.
Captains, yeah.
Bigwigs,
The bigwigs,
kind of.
and all of a sudden I see them gathering on like 2 blocks away, but you could see from our vantage point this area. I'm like, fuck, we guessed wrong. And then they froze everything down, so you can't even move. You're not even allowed to move. If you move, they look at you like, why are you moving? I'm like, I don't know why I'm moving. And then from a distance, we saw his motorcade pull up to the View to get in. But before he arrived, what was amazing, and I haven't seen this before, they brought in the sanitation fucking dump trucks.
Yeah.
Those heavy motherfucking trucks you see in Grand Theft Auto.
They made a barricade.
Yeah.
Barricade. They were filled with sand. And they started putting those in position everywhere. So, like Jimmy said, probably a suicide bomber or something.
Oh, yeah.
To stop suicide bombers?
A car with a bunch of explosions.
Yeah.
Or a machine gun, like anything that you could fire rapidly at the vehicle as it was slowing down to get into the building.
They
It was
had those
unbelievable.
things set up.
These things were put in place, and you knew they meant business. They were shutting down all sorts of crosswalk.
It was something to watch, though, man. I saw Bush's motorcade, and they always go the wrong way. Like, I saw Bush's motorcade going north on...
Isn't that the right way, though, as far as they're concerned?
Oh, yeah, but
Going
it's...
the wrong way is the right way.
Watching 50 cars go north on Broadway was weird by Caroline's. So what they do is they came down 65th the wrong way.
But see, I was when I got down there, I was thinking that I'm like, okay, he can't go. This is how stupid I am. I go, he can't go that way because that's a one way.
Yeah, he's gonna have to
but this
adhere
is my
to the-
logic. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's a one way. So obviously the motorcade's not going to come down the one way to drop him off at the View. So I think this is going to be the spot on 66 because it's going the right way for traffic. What an idiot! As we see, not only the presidential limo, 2 presidential limos, we see probably 50 to 60 cars going the wrong way.
Yeah.
In the motorcade to drop him off.
It's impressive.
Posse.
It's impressive. If you've never seen a presidential motorcade, I didn't get as close as Ope, but I saw it.
Well, that's the
from a
second
block
part of the
away.
story. Yeah, I mean, you get chills. You really do, because you're like, the amount of force, the amount of motorcycle cops that just started off, and then just, I don't know, man. You can't even describe everything that goes flying through.
It's just the guys that it's
vans and SUVs and ambulances and
ice cream trucks.
Yeah,
it really
exactly.
is.
Just dumb things where you're looking like, what the fuck?
Kool-Aid ran through. It's literally anything you could possibly need. He has. He's the most protected guy of all the presidents. Because he's black and he's wearing a war and he's whatever.
Yes.
But it's very impressive if you've never seen them shut down an area that he's going to show up at. You're like, what? It must be great to be him.
Not impressive for the people stuck in traffic. I kind of did some HD flip with the people stuck in traffic. It didn't come out that great, so I'm not going to post it. But people just fucking
angry,
pissed off. And
I
was an Obama fan until today, until he made me sit in traffic for over an hour.
Yeah.
Oh wait, those zones that were frozen? They don't reopen at all until he's done.
Yep. That's exactly what happened. You think they would open all the streets because he's going to be in there an hour or whatever it was.
God, no.
Actually, he was in there a long time because then Jimmy and I gave up. We're like, I ain't fucking standing here for an hour just to watch him leave again from a distance at this point.
Yeah.
I go back up to my apartment. I'm looking out the window. About an hour later, I see all the snipers on the rooftops. I'm like, this is some serious fucking business, man.
Yeah.
And then a helicopter was kind of hanging out in the area a little bit, taking a look. I go, you know what? I'm going back down there. And then I looped around to where he came in, and I was front row for the exit of Obama's motorcade.
Oh, yeah?
And I got that on my fucking HD flip, and I posted that.
I wish I would have seen that from that. It is cool to watch, man. They're all fucking zipping by. It's like, God damn.
Yeah.
What a bad dude. Any president's just a bad fucking dude, man.
No stopping for lights.
That's great.
Yeah.
They don't stop for it.
He didn't sit there going, come on! Move.
Yeah, and whether you like him or hate him, a few people said that on the comment section. It's just impressive to fucking see. You're like, wow. All
president.
for one lousy guy.
I know.
In the end, he's just a guy. He's a man like you and me.
I'm just a man.
But
my name's Obama.
we were looky-loos yesterday.
It was fun to. I mean, 'cause I was in my apartment, right, and I had to do a phone call for something, and I'm like, I'm tired, man. And I'm like, what are you doing? The president's gonna be 4 blocks from your house, you cunt.
Take a peek.
Go look.
Take a peek.
I was glad I did.
Yeah, you just look to see how it all develops.
To see how the blocks around our place just shut down.
Unbelievable. Blocks that had nothing to do with it.
Spinners on his SUV? Spinners?
No?
Not like that?
That's funny.
I love the spinners. You can tell it's his. Because he's black.
And then in my one video, people just lose their fucking minds. They're fucking losing their minds.
Like black people?
Well, it's classic. On the one video, I got this black guy just waving really weird, really really excited. But then I pan and you see a bunch of white people fucking
Tyrone Bickle
fucking cheering too. But then again, it's that time of the day when everybody should be working.
Because I saw the part of the video where the one black guy was like, "Here come the man!
Here come the man!
Here come the man!
Here come the man!"
Yeah, that's great.
So
I got to see the president there. How many presidents does that make for you?
I've I've had a picture with President Clinton.
Right. You saw
Close-ups,
Bush.
just me, Clinton, and somebody else, whatever, that got cropped out. Just whatever. Fucking.
Saw Bush in Philly, right?
No, I saw Bush in Arizona with Rich Voss.
Right, okay.
With the Secret Service that were fans of our show and Rich Voss. That's when Rich Voss had some heat. I forgot the name of the hotel. We were in Arizona. I was staying at the same hotel as Bush. And I only saw his motorcade. I didn't see him I saw him actually walk into his presidential limousine. I did see that. So this is 3 for me, I guess, sort of.
Damn.
And Obama waved right at me yesterday. So
oh, did he?
I'm starting to think we do have a chance of that friendship.
You see him mouth out, Opie, love the show.
What are they
Would you be
talking
embarrassed
about?
if Obama had rolled his window down and just yelled "Baba Booey" at you?
Asshole. Fuck you.
What did he talk about on The View? Anyone know?
They're saying he
Fluff shit?
No, they said Elizabeth Hasselbeck might ask him a couple of tough questions, or some tough question about
Called her a cunt,
jobs.
right?
Yeah, he dropped the C-bomb and everybody laughed.
You cunt. Asked her to suck his cock.
Did Hasselbeck get into it with him or
I
what?
doubt she got into it with him, but she asked him.
Why?
I don't think anybody would.
She's pretty brave when he's not there. Let's go. He's right there. Let's go.
So are we.
Get into it with him a little bit. Huh?
So are we. We're brave when people aren't here.
We do. I think our fucking batting average is pretty damn good, actually.
I disagree with people who say that he shouldn't have done a talk show. I think he should have. It's a why not? I mean, it's no reason to not. It reaches a lot of people. Why can't he do it? Like, that just all that does is say that the news and Dan Rather or any of these guys who are actually active. It's like, why should they get the exclusives to talking to these guys about things and not have them talk to? Fuck them.
I just know his whole motivation here is trying to appeal to people during the midterm elections, so he doesn't get wiped out. The Democrats don't just get wiped out, but I think it's too little, too late to tell you the truth. Yep.
Well,
Unemployment rampant.
yeah.
Deficit sky high. Government spending and fucking intrusion in our little lives. Worse than ever. Thank you, Obama. Glad you saw his motorcade though. That's good.
I don't care.
Did he smack into a pothole?
Well,
Those fucking the potholes that aren't getting fixed.
Yeah,
because there's no money left.
our city decided not to fix potholes this year in New York City.
Amazing.
That's really smart. And then Mayor
Yeah.
Bloomberg, will just ignore the fact and make believe that the roads are fine out there.
Everything's fine for him.
People are losing chunks of their cars in New York City this year. Our road is, I don't even know if it's a paved road officially anymore.
Yeah.
There are so many potholes going up our road toward Broadway.
My lease is up in like 2 months on my Escalade, and I had to buy a new tire and rim.
Really?
Yeah. I give it back to him with a brand new tire and rim because I hit a pothole, and it just laid open the rim.
Jesus.
And the tire. And I didn't even know. I drove for a week with that thing just ready to explode. I looked one day, I was like, oh, that's the damage it did. Yikes.
Oops.
Yeah.
Hey, getting back to that dumb video for a second, why are people idiots at making those jokes?
Those jokes.
I'm scared to even say it,
I think
Oh, my God.
those jokes?
Yeah.
Are you stupid?
That's like
People are stupid.
It's like making those jokes at the airport and
Right.
certain places that get you in trouble.
And then there's a few people already saying they're reporting them to the FBI because then you get Obama fans checking out this dumb little stupid video
Never
I made.
say shit like that.
It's not an award-winning video, but people are on there making those jokes. I'm like, what, are you insane?
Yeah, there are some things you just don't say,
Right.
for fear of a visit.
Right. Exactly.
Whether you're just joking or not doesn't matter to them.
So I'm trying to help you out. Don't make those jokes, idiot. Mm-hmm. Not smart.
Apparently, it's funny though. The Snooki came up, some question, and he's like, I don't know who that person is, but he's already used her as a punchline.
Yeah.
He used the cast as a punchline before.
He's got to know who's.
I'm sure he might have been
Why?
joking when he said that.
Why did they always say, I don't know who that is, or I don't know that? Or
Because he might have been joking. I didn't see the context. He might have been. Yeah, he might have been kidding. Going, I don't know who that is. Like that. I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly don't know.
Did he call her a fat pig?
Yeah, he said something about a Tasmanian devil, and she's got a body like SpongeBob SquarePants. He didn't want to fuck her. He was trying to keep it, Wouldn't that be great if he slipped and said that? Like, oh, I'd hate to fuck her. Whoops.
Oh, well. Can we cut that out?
That would so rule. Ant's got a good video too.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun one.
Actually, got a really
last
good
night.
video.
Yeah, I came out of my my house yesterday morning, and I look, and there's a giant bush, one of my nice landscaped front yard, and one of these bushes next to my driveway. It's in the middle of my driveway, and I come out, and I'm looking, I go, what the fuck is that? And then I finally figured it out. Melinda came over with her sister Jen and the boys, and they went swimming and everything because they used the pool and stuff. And then when she's leaving, she completely wiped out one of my hedges, one of my little bushes there that are on the side of the driveway. And she insisted, no, couldn't be me. Check the security camera. So I checked the security camera, and she completely wiped this bush out. She's trying to get... Now, I had the Escalade parked behind her, but I've done this maneuver before with a Mustang. Mm-hmm. You can't swing out immediately. You got to kind of swing a little, give yourself some room, and then leave. So as you see, she starts pulling out, and nothing's amiss. Although if you look close, you can now see a streak from where her tire was to the car. And then, thud, thud, she runs it over, backs out, and nary a second and look.
There's the bush.
Very large bush is now
in the middle of your driveway.
As she merrily drives away.
It looks like her car's shit.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Car took a shit. That's great.
It just merrily, she pulls it, doesn't even see it, and that's how I found, when I walked out that morning, that's what I saw, and I look, what the fuck is this?
That's funny.
So I posted a little of the security cam footage, and it's just hysterical.
What a great camera that is.
Laughing. Yeah, and people are like, what'd you go with the time-lapse camera for? It's like, I didn't go to the time-lapse. I sped up the video a little bit because she wasn't moving that fast, and I didn't want it to drag so long, so it sped up a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
so it looks like it skips, but no, that's smooth as silk when I look at it on the security cam. But yeah,
so basically, it took her forever to get out of your
driveway. It took her forever. Yeah.
I didn't even know this was sped up until you just said that.
4 times.
Get the fuck out!
It's
so she
4
is
times.
So she's pulling out really
slow, and still just completely took out a chunk of bush right there. There it is. And then look, thud. Her car. I said,
you see the car go thud, thud.
Goes up in the air when you run over the plant. She goes, I didn't feel it.
Do you think she felt it? I just didn't know what it was. It was embarrassed.
She said she thought she hit the curb because if you look, when she hits it at one point, her back wheel hits the Belgian block on the side of the driveway right there. She hits the Belgian block, and I think she thought that's what it was.
You're analyzing this like it's the Zapruder film.
Oh, I know. I was. I watched it 50 times because I was laughing so hard watching it. Going, how did she wipe that out?
See, she went back and to the left.
Back and to the left. People want
to comment on your video. Who's this, brother?
It's Joe.
Hey, Joe. What's up?
Hey, Joe.
I watched the video, and like Ann said, when she hit the curb, I thought she blew out her tire backing up. And then she pulled forward again, and just the hedge just pops up in the middle of the picture. It's hilarious.
Yeah, because if you're watching it, you're like, oh, well, when does this happen?
Yeah.
Like, I don't see anything. And then you realize it happened already as she backs out and just leaves this giant hedge in the middle of my driveway. And she doesn't give a second glance. She must have been looking out the rearview mirror or over her shoulder or something to back out the driveway and never looked forward.
Maybe you could just plant a hedge there so you know it's going to get hit.
Yeah, some people said it really added character to the driveway and that I should leave it there.
It does look good.
In the middle of the driveway.
Yeah, let the hedge blossom.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, brother, let's say hi to Nick in Wyoming. Nick.
Yeah, it looked like a little Hitler mustache in the driveway after it was all over.
Yeah.
I watched the video, too, and I'm watching the thing, and I'm saying, what the hell is she doing? I didn't know which way was out of the driveway because she's going back and forth, and then all of a sudden, the little bush is there, all alone, in the middle of the driveway, and I'm like, that is too friggin' funny, man.
Yeah. She should have gone a little bit to the driver's side first, to the left, and kind of give herself a little more room, because that's what I've done. I would have never tried to just cut the wheels completely to the left and then back out and try to swing around my car. If you watch the video, there really isn't that much room. So I don't know. She was in a hurry, I guess.
Nah, she wasn't, because she drove really, really slow to get
She was
out.
laughing more than anybody because she texted me yesterday when I posted it, and she was just laughing like, holy shit, did I get creamed?
Very good. Let's say hi to this. Why aren't there any names on the phone thing today? Who's this, brother?
Hello?
Hi, yeah, you.
Len in New York, guys.
What's up, Len?
So, Opie, you watched the motorcade and got the chills and all that. How about Yankee World Series right after 9/11 when George Bush was throwing out the first pitch.
Mm-hmm. That was
Three
moment.
Air Force One helicopters come in, so they don't know which one he's in.
Right.
And Bush gets trotted out there with the huge vest on, and you look up in the lights at Yankee Stadium, and there's 20 snipers with rifles pointed at the fans at Yankee Stadium, just looking to see if anybody is about to toss or do or anything. And could you imagine what that would be like?
Hey, wait, did they? I'm sorry, did they helicopter him right onto the field or right outside the stadium?
No, right outside the stadium
Okay.
where the old bat used to be. They
Right.
just had 3 copters come in after all the fans were inside, and and when he walked out there and stood on the mound, you want to talk about chills? It was like 3 weeks after 9/11.
Right.
So everybody was all just. It was electricity.
I saw Marine One come in once, and they got like 3 other helicopters surrounding it, and then they got like 2. They got 2. I guess Marine One and Marine Two.
2, right?
So you don't even know which helicopter he's in.
And I think when they take off in D.C., they like you see the president boarding a helicopter. 3 of them take off, and they do some weird pattern. Like they come up from behind trees, and they do some weird pattern. And
They do the shell game.
They do. It's exactly what it is.
They do the shell game.
It is a shell game.
In the air to go, wait a minute, I don't know which helicopter he's in anymore.
The snipers in the black uniforms and the lights were, I guess, comforting and disturbing at the same time.
Yeah.
How was security getting into the game? Was that a nightmare?
It was checked every single bag, every single pocket. It took an hour and a half to get to the turnstiles.
You know what? I think we all experienced, a lot of us experienced this yesterday with Obama in New York City. I think we're at a point where the president just shouldn't be traveling anymore.
Yeah.
It just shuts down way too much shit.
That's all I could think of yesterday was get the fuck out of New York City.
Yeah, I wish I got a better video, but people were really fucking annoyed.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's stories of people taking 2 hours to get home when it takes a half hour. Everyone, so many people are inconvenienced because he's taking
Manhattan, or if you've lived in Manhattan for any length of time, like the UN visits, whenever the president.
Oh.
Well, that's a nightmare too. But I mean,
You just got to be smart and just say, I'm not going there today.
I mean, the amount of stuff that Jimmy and I saw shut down just so he could get to ABC Studios to do The View yesterday, it's not worth it anymore.
No.
I mean, there's businesses all along the route that are suffering. People can't use those roadways, so they're just bottlenecked everywhere else. And then they freeze everything down for an hour and a half, so you can't move at all as a pedestrian or a car. It's not worth it.
He went to Jersey to talk about small businesses and how he's helping small business.
And he made believe he just walked into the small business when the reality was everything in that area was shut down for miles.
And one guy that's right across from the sandwich shop he went to was saying, so he's coming here to talk about helping small business. He goes, he completely shut down my business for the day. No one could come in and do business with me.
That guy's just jealous that Obama wasn't going to his business.
Going to his place.
But this is happening every time Obama visits anywhere, you know?
I wonder how much that hour at the View cost us tax-wise, Anthony.
Well, Jimmy, what do you think?
What?
I couldn't even count that high as far as how many cops I saw.
It's a good amount of money, but
I couldn't even tell you. I stopped counting. I did start counting, and I'm like, this is unbelievable how many cops are here.
And dude, this is for one moment of his day,
right?
But it's expensive to the taxpayers. But again, it's with any president you're going to have it, and it's a necessary expense. To me, that's not a waste. You have to do that to protect it. He's probably the most targetable guy, especially where we're in a war. So Islamic extremists hate him.
Yeah.
He's the biggest target in the world. He has to be.
My point,
you know,
I agree with you. You have to protect the president like they're protecting him. I'm not saying they shouldn't be doing all those measures, but it's getting to the point where it's not worth it. You know what I mean?
Financially?
Yeah, there was for everybody. A lot of people were inconvenienced yesterday. I mean, there was a time the president would just kind of sort of walk around with a lot less of that shit, and I'm sure it was worth it. Shake some hands, the famous shake some hands, kiss some babies. Yeah. That shit doesn't happen anymore.
No.
You know?
And isn't the View like a PR move anyway? I mean, it's
of course.
He's like negotiating peace.
No, he's half black.
Dealing with the economy and all that.
Yeah, but he's also
All right, guys,
he's talking to the people too, and it's in the country's best interest, whether he's vacationing or campaigning or doing official business, to not have the president be killed on duty.
Dude.
Hey, look what Kennedy's being killed did to the country. It's fucking horrible.
This is way too local, but for Obama to go to the View, his route, they shut down 65, Jimmy, all the way through the park.
Wow.
You know that. You know that route, too.
I think they do.
Because when he was done, then he could shoot right through to go over to the east side for whatever he was doing. I don't know if he was leaving from the east side or had other stuff to do.
He had a party to go to.
Right. But you can't shut down 65 through the park. That road is needed by a lot of fucking people.
Amazing to me that they do that.
And then they
shut it down. One-way street. Nah, it's the other way now.
Right, of course. Let's say hi to Darren in West Virginia.
What's
up?
Imagine one do-gooder cop just ticketing the whole motorcade. Nope, this is a one-way. I don't care.
You're going the wrong way. No exception. Actually, it would probably be one of those big fat traffic people.
You know what? I got on video, though. Next time I get caught for any kind of traffic stop, I'm like, really? Well, let me show you what happened one day here in the city.
Above the law, is he?
Yeah. Darren, go ahead.
Hey, fellas, what's going on today? Jimmy, love you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Obama came to Charleston, West Virginia for Robert C. Byrd's funeral.
Sure.
And it completely shut down half of the state. They shut down 3 major interstates. There were, 15 planes. Clinton was here. Half of the cabinet members were here.
Yeah.
It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that's for a funeral for a guy that did a lot of time for this country. But
oh, absolutely.
So I think I guess what I'm trying to say is you got to pick and choose at this point because it's just not worth it to just keep shutting everything down as he's moving around.
And the vice president gets close to that treatment.
Really?
Sure. Not maybe as much, but I would say Biden probably gets the same treatment. He's second in line. Speaker of the House probably gets a certain amount of it. There's a lot of dignitaries that get whatever, the Iranian president's in. He doesn't get quite that much, but he gets enough.
Right.
They can't afford to have him killed here. Yeah.
All right, let's say hi to Kevin in Connecticut. Kevin.
Good morning, guys.
Hello.
Wait, this is what you do for a living?
Yeah.
This is Kevin from Connecticut. We know him very well on the show. What's up, Kevin?
I checked the Black Hawk helicopter parts for the company I work for. Friday, my boss comes to me and he goes, listen, we have these parts. They have to be checked. The Marine One is grounded waiting for this part. So, long story short, I check it. They ship it up, and this is the one that I eventually took Obama up to the VU. So,
wow.
What was the part?
Wow.
It was a liner, and the kicker, I rejected it.
A liner?
What's a liner?
A double-threaded liner. I rejected it, and they bought it and said, okay, that's good. So, there you go.
What's a liner?
I don't know.
It was just a hunk of steel with threads on both ends. And
okay.
a couple of,
Hey, does Black Hawk have a Jesus pin?
it has a Jesus ring.
Yeah, doesn't have a Jesus pin like the Hueys did.
It might have in
like
the gun mount assembly, but
one fucking pin that holds the whole fucking rotor on.
That's why they call it a Jesus pin?
Yeah, because if it fails, you're going to see Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
One fucking pin?
You're dead, yeah.
I'm sure they
There
do.
was one pin in a Huey that would hold the rotor assembly onto the shaft that...
no shit.
Yeah, and if that pin goes,
wow.
You're seeing Jesus.
We have a Jesus ring, and the only reason it's called that is because the foreman got the print for the first time, and he goes, Jesus, look at all the dimensions.
Right.
Oh,
We
okay.
got a Jesus ring.
All right, Kevin. Thank you, sir.
You guys.
Hey, here's a guy, Brian in North Carolina. We have a lot of fans that kind of work around the president. It's really strange.
Yeah.
We met the Secret Service guys in Arizona that time, me and Voss. They were huge fans of the show. Huge.
Secret Service.
Not huge enough to get us a little closer to check out
No.
W.
Well, that's their job. Just to keep you riffraff away. Shock jock? Come on.
Brian in North Carolina.
Can't be trusted.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey. Usually that means go.
Yeah, that
Yes,
usually
Brian.
means let her rip.
I used to work for HMX squadron that transports the helicopter. President.
You know HMX Ant?
No.
What is it? What is it?
DMX.
You gotta dumb it down a little bit, sir. What are you talking about?
Marine One is a Marine helicopter. It's maintained by Marines, and I was a Marine, and I used to work on HMX One, Marine One.
So you used to work on the presidential copter?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you do? Oil up
I
the
was
fucking bearings?
I was avionics.
Oh, so you were instrumentation and shit?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Take
And
something
it's
out,
called
pop it back in.
The A60 has a Jesus nut.
A Jesus nut.
Yeah.
That's just some scary shit. Is that a
What is
Jesus
that?
nut right there?
That's a Jesus nut?
Yeah. If that goes, you see Jesus.
But you look at that. How would that ever go?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
But how would that ever
a
go?
Stress crack right there where the hole is drilled through.
Yeah.
It's scary stuff.
And there's no backup?
No.
There's nothing.
Hey, wait. Maybe you can answer this question. We were
yes, Jimmy.
when Sam and I were on the deck of the Midway. We saw one of those helicopters that has 2 rotor blade sets.
The old Sikorsky fucking.
And I think Obama's Marine helicopters have 2 sets of blades.
The rotors, yeah.
How do they not hit each other?
Those are like 3. One set is higher than
It is
the other.
higher, I thought so,
Yeah,
okay.
the back is higher. They used to call that the flying banana.
Dumb Sam said that they were synced up in a way, so the blades would spin and just. I'm like, shut up. But he meant it. They weren't.
Yeah, the rear rotor is higher than the front one.
Okay.
They still use those. Yeah, they
Can
use
one
those a
fly?
lot.
Can the helicopter fly with?
No.
Oh, they need both.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Need both. Need both. The other one is spinning. It keeps it from torquing around. It doesn't need a tail rotor when you got 2 rotors like that, and you get a lot more lift. But
you do?
Yeah. One goes. Oof.
But that's a pretty dangerous way for him to travel. He probably doesn't travel great distances like that, but
It's usually just take him from wherever he is real quick to Air Force One.
A little hop.
how is
Yeah.
a presidential helicopter never? I mean, they're maintained so well, but
That's what it is. It's maintenance and a great crew. That's what it is. And the fact that he can fly anywhere he wants and they clear the fucking air of anything else. You'd have to really fuck something up to have one of those go down.
no, but like you said, like a stress fracture. One of
Yeah.
those little things that happens internally to when they made the nut in the factory. Something that the naked eye won't catch because it's right under the surface, like something stupid like
Every
that.
part is tested.
That's happened. That's happened before the CH-53 Echo. That's also, well, you're going to have to Google that shit. I'm not going to explain it to you. It'd be very boring radio. But that happens a lot. Well, not a lot, but it's happened in the past, and it's probably going to happen in the future. It just happens.
I saw a show that every couple of years they just rip apart airliners.
Thanks, Brian.
And just gut the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And go through it with these stress analyzers to see if the skin of the plane is getting any stress fractures, any of the structural parts of the plane. I mean, the seats, everything gets ripped out. The wiring, and then they just replace it all. They do this every few years on
Why don't we get
Emirates Airlines.
Why don't
is
we
doing
get
it.
that when we're flying into Des Moines, Iowa?
Yeah. Just to see
Why
some
don't we get
old
that?
shit on those planes.
We get the shaky planes.
Shaky
Everything's
planes.
shaking. You're just hoping to land. Yeah.
I don't like looking
Nothing worse
at,
than a loud noise coming from your plane.
I don't like looking at the window and it looks like it's cracked.
Right.
Like one of those things.
Oh, yeah.
Like, wait.
Well,
I like the
then
look of that.
And we assume way too much. You assume, someone must have
I
checked
guess
that out.
someone looked and said it's okay. As he being sucked out like Goldfinger.
Yeah. Let's go to Elio, I guess. Elio, New York. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? Long time
Yes, sir.
listener. First time we were able to be on.
All right, what do you got, Elio?
Happy birthday, Jimmy. I always love your shows up at Bananas up in Poughkeepsie.
I'm coming back. Thank you, sir.
I've been listening to you guys for years, and today was like a sore subject because now we got that Chelsea Clinton marriage that's coming up. Now, I live real close to Rhinebeck, New York. I live in Poughkeepsie area. And usually I ride around on my motorcycle, take a look at the different views. Secret Service is just making freaking just big hassles out of small little things. I mean, I was just riding there just yesterday, and they're looking at me funny like I'm some type of freaking terrorist. And between him, between Chelsea Clinton, and when Cheney was vice president, he used to come up to Polkwig. I mean, they just make a mess of things up here, and I don't understand why they decide out of all the places out of the United States to come up to our little rural town.
How far is Rhinebeck from the city?
It's approximately maybe 80 miles or so.
I don't know why they do it, but I mean, there really is no solution to it. It's an annoyance, but what do you? It's a president, it's Clinton's the ex-president, and his wife is the current Secretary of State.
Yeah.
You have. What are you going to do? Have 3 cops guard them? I want them protected.
Mall security guards.
Yeah, no, But like I said earlier, it's getting to the point. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, when the president flies into JFK, they shut the route from JFK all the way into Manhattan. They shut it down.
Yep.
The entire road.
They have to.
You know what that does for the average person trying to do his work?
In the olden days, they just fucking went around in a limo.
Right.
Yeah, whatever.
You had the guys on the side of the limo just hoping.
Yeah, we saw how that worked out.
I understand.
Yeah.
Wave. Wife picking brains off of fucking hood.
Like we discussed yesterday, that's when it all changed, obviously. Before that, they didn't shut down miles around the president.
No.
They shut down maybe a block or two.
It's on the back of a train. And I intend on helping this country through a most difficult time. On the back of the train. Toot, toot.
Oh, no, it's choo-choo.
Oh, choo-choo.
I mean,
a little pathetic choo-choo.
Because they see the thing. Oh, go ahead, bud.
there's like so many roads around in the area. I mean, like, you know, Rhinebeck's like a two-cow town there. So when they start blocking up these major roads, people don't really got nowhere to go.
Hillary and who else?
You know, it gets
Two
so
cow
pointless,
town.
you know?
Big fat ankle bitch.
You gotta figure, you know, it's like these guys can go somewhere else. I mean, they got the money. I mean, why don't they go to like some type of large established area instead of coming to these small little rural areas?
But I think the answer is very easy. They kind of live up in that area now.
Yeah. And she's having a wedding.
I know they don't live in
picking
Rhinebeck.
where it is based on where she wants it, not where it might inconvenience people in a town.
Yeah, there's some guy on a motorcycle who might get pissed.
Yeah.
Well, it's more than that because, you know.
Actually, they picked a good area because Rhinebeck isn't a very populated area.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason
Like
why
we're happy it's not in Manhattan. Is what we're saying.
It fucks you, so
You know
we
what?
don't
Fuck
care.
Rhinebeck.
Well, figure it this way also. Because, you know, these guys, the only reason why she's having this gala of hers
Is because she's in love.
Well, no, not because she's in love. Because, you know, Clinton, you know, Hillary Clinton was our senator for so many years, which I didn't vote for her because I'm a Republican.
I'm gonna do some
like
reading.
my guns. I have
Let me
lots
know when
of
he's
guns.
done.
Yeah.
You know.
So what are you talking about? You're really going on you're making a real you're off-roading a lot.
Yeah, and
hello?
And Elio.
And yes, I'm still here.
Oh. All right.
What are you saying? She's getting married. There's going to be security. What do you want?
No, I don't want anything. I'm just saying. I'm stating a fact. You know, basically, you know, the only reason why she's having her wedding up there is because Hillary was our senator, and she pretty much visits throughout the whole state. And I guess this is like an offshoot town in order for her to have her wedding because it's quaint, it's nice.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, that's the point I'm getting.
Oh, you said that she probably discovered this little quaint town while she was senator and fell in love with it.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, guys.
All right,
I'll
Elio.
punch it out. Thank you.
All right. Then again, Clinton, who knows? Fucking Bill Clinton may have dropped a load there on the campaign trail in '88.
I'm just like Chelsea. I'm just like Chelsea, and you know when I got married in Philly, man, I shut down I think half a block.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
It was crazy, man.
Yeah, you gotta watch
Philly
that.
was shut down when I got married.
It really was. Remember those little rickety buses we took from the hotel? It's horrifying.
Hey, the Globe is saying that Bill Clinton right on the cover, hot off the presses. Now, is the Globe one of these rags that we trust?
No.
It's garbage.
What?
No.
What?
The Globe turned into the Weekly World News.
Which is the one we trust then?
The Inquirer and the Star.
Oh, so Globe we don't trust.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Globe should be having a Bat Boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But some of these rags we do trust, but the Globe no. The Globe is saying right on the front page today, Bill Clinton, 6 months to live. Ravaged by heart disease, fighting Parkinson's. Is he fighting Parkinson's?
What?
Does he have the early stages of Parkinson's?
I hope not.
Well, the Globe is saying it.
Wow.
And finally, he won't see his first grandchild. And won't is in another color and in large font.
Like they really want you to.
Wow.
He won't see his first grandchild.
Wow.
What do you think?
That's a bold statement.
What do you think?
I don't know. He looks pretty good. He gets around.
I miss Clinton.
Do you really?
Yeah.
He was kind of fun to have around in that White House.
Who's your favorite president? Reagan?
Yeah.
I liked Reagan.
Reagan was
Which
great.
is very surprising because I don't really lean Republican.
Reagan ruled.
I kind of liked Reagan when I was growing
Reagan
up.
was a different type of Republican back then.
I liked Reagan and I liked Clinton. I think that's about it.
I like Clinton.
I think that's about it. I didn't like Carter.
No.
I didn't like the
You know, like the
Bushes.
first George
And Obama, I mean, that's been blown out of proportion. I'm not a big, huge fan of Obama. My whole thought on the Obama thing was that I knew he was going to be elected way before others.
Yeah.
People laughed at me, said, there's no fucking way this guy's going to be president. But you just felt it, that America was going to do this.
Ugh.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I'm a rah-rah Obama supporter.
Well, we'll see what happens in 2012.
Sarah Palin?
No. Republicans throw her in there. They deserve to lose again.
Well, the media is giving her a lot of fucking power, man.
Well,
a lot of fucking power, and
she sells books. She gets ratings on Fox News. She, you know.
But that whole thing with that voice, I just can't seem to take it.
In the end, she's a joke, isn't she?
Yeah. She's not presidential timber. I don't see it. Nope. We got to get,
Dude,
get some names, start floating some names out there.
I almost had a great picture yesterday, but I was too scared to take it. I was walking back. I forgot to tell Jimmy this. I was walking back to our building after the whole Obama motorcade thing, and the snipers. But I don't think they were Secret Service snipers. They were breaking down their weapons.
Oh yeah,
into the big fucking gun cases and shit, right on the sidewalk.
Nice.
Just breaking down. There were so many guns and I lifted up my HD flip, and the guy looked at me like, "You don't want to do that."
Don't.
And I just like the look he gave me. I just knew, why don't you just fucking keep walking?
Like I could put this together pretty quickly again.
But he was taking parts and putting it in the big fucking gun.
You should have said to him, "What are you looking at, Flatfoot? I'm doing some filming."
Flatfoot. That sounds like Danny in my kitchen last night.
What happened?
Danny's new obsession, trying to get his fucking AR-15 ripped apart and put back together in under a minute.
Yeah, I got to beat that little girl on YouTube.
Yeah.
She's too good.
The YouTube girl is hysterical. So what's she, 11?
And she could fucking break down a gun or
and
put it back together?
Break it down and put it back together in under a minute, 50-some-odd seconds.
I think it's about 53 seconds.
Yeah.
She pulls that off.
And then you read the comments, and there's some people like, well, whatever. She didn't even do this or that.
Yeah.
It's like, look
You do
at
it.
you do it. There she is. Look how adorable.
Oh, yeah.
And she is cranking this thing apart.
Although I did get some nice tips by watching this.
By watching this, yeah. Watch the little pins.
Apart in 15 seconds, coming back together.
Apart in 15 seconds.
I like the fact that she puts her hands up.
Yeah, she puts her hands up like, done.
There's no way this is 53 seconds. She took a lot of time with that one section right
Yeah,
there.
she gets
She should be
gets
beaten.
going pretty
She's a
quick.
very bad girl.
She gets it back together pretty quick. She gets those pins in. She's got the little fingers. I like that move. That snap
I
move
got that
is
one
the move.
down now.
You got it down, the snap move? Yeah, that's pretty
Be
good.
great if she just shot the guy holding the camera.
Spring. Get in there. Fucking lower on the upper and
check.
Racket.
53 seconds with function check.
Look how happy she is.
Yay! I should be playing with dolls. Why do I have an asshole for a dad?
My dad wanted a boy.
She was so happy. She did it in under a minute. That's great.
Yay! I should have an easy bake oven. Why am I holding this machine gun, asshole?
Daddy so wanted a fucking son, man.
Ah, gee.
That's pretty impressive, though. That's cooler than doing a dumb Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, it is.
Trying to figure that shit out.
The little pins are the hardest part, getting the pins out.
Hey, you want to talk about... We got a retired NYPD guy on the line here. Charlie, Staten Island.
Charlie!
What's up, Charlie?
No, that Jimmy was asking about the difference between the presidential and the vice presidential detail. The presidential detail is total lockdown. The vice presidential detail is done with 12 motorcycles and 2 cars.
Oh, wow.
From the NYPD, and they shut the road down on the fly.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
So, yeah, but who gives a shit about the vice president? In the end, you don't really give a crap about him.
Well, he's not the target either.
Yeah, I want to know, give me more details of what went on here yesterday, being a retired NYPD. I mean, the freezing everything up, how many roads are blocked?
A lot of overtime is what went on.
The whole Routers block. He comes into Kennedy on Air Force One.
Right.
He takes Marine One from Kennedy to a location close to where he's going, either downtown heliport or the west side heliport, depending on where it is.
Okay.
When he hits the ground, it goes into lockdown. They lock it down until he gets into the secure area, wherever he's going to, and then they open the route up. Same thing going out the back. They usually come the same route going in and going back out. Sometimes they differentiate.
Right.
He goes back to the heliport, then he gets on Marine One, he goes to Kennedy. Our people don't leave till he's wheels up in Air Force One in the air.
Yeah, but I'm more talking about like the roads and how they're shut down.
They shut them down. They put a police car at every intersection, and then the major intersections, which are close to the location where he's going to be, they'll put the heavy trucks.
Yeah, the sanitation trucks we saw.
Itself, you commented about how many cars are on the motorcade. The majority of that is press. And they have NYPD. They have a lead car with Secret Service. They also have what they call a CAT car, which is a catastrophic action car. In that CAT car are 5 to 6 Secret Service agents with fully automatic machine guns. One of my last details was the UN General Assembly, and we did the Prime Minister of China. We brought him in from Kennedy to New York. He stayed for a week. We took him around wherever he had to go. When we were introduced to our Secret Service team, one of the Secret Service agents, a good old boy from central United States, came up to us, praised us on how we did our job, how we did our roads. And the only thing that he could tell us is, please, if there's a threat to the principal, don't come towards it, because I have to kill you.
Jesus. Amazing.
The only people that, everyone is a threat except for the principal. So anybody who comes towards him, if something happens, dies.
Oh, that sounds nice.
That's basically what they do.
That's
if you're
protection.
On the motorcade, if you're on the motorcade, you see those black Suburbans?
Yeah.
If someone jumps over the rail and stands in the street, they'll run you over and kill you.
Well, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Go ahead, guys.
No questions asked, and then they just leave and go about their business.
Just leave you there dead.
Yeah, I'm glad Jimmy didn't take my $100 bet yesterday then.
Oh, but give me $100 if I just ran towards the president, waving, flailing.
Oh, God. You probably wouldn't be shot, but you would be taken down so quickly.
They would take you down. They would take
you down hard in the street.
It hurt.
Wham, your face would be right in the street.
You don't know if you were running towards the president, though. You don't know if they wouldn't shoot you because they don't know if you have a bomb strapped to you. You don't know if some cop's going to tackle you. They probably actually tase you.
Tase you?
Secret Service is going to kill you, Jimmy.
Secret Service will, but I mean a cop if you're just running.
Well, if you're getting that close, it's going to be Secret Service.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what if a dummy just gets a little too excited and jumps out?
He's a dead dummy.
I think they
He's
make
a
a
dead
quick
dummy,
snap.
huh?
But the thing is, like with Oswald shooting Kennedy, it's like it's not like they have to lock everything down because you're not just looking for this gigantic plot. Like sometimes it's just a fucking guy in a window. It's like they have to be suspicious of every person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jimmy, they have advanced teams that come in and go to certain locations. They do vantage points. They have an idea of where something might happen from. You see the snipers on the roof. They're looking for certain places where they think a threat will come from. You can almost say that no one could kill the president. It may happen, but it's a very, very hard thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but it seems like it'd be a very difficult thing.
Yeah,
if history has taught us anything.
Yeah.
Anything is possible, but for it to happen has to be something that's totally out of the realm.
Now, with every attempt, something else is learned. That's what happens. I mean, what was the last one, really? Reagan? Was that really the last major attempt that really almost got pulled off? And things were learned from that, too. Mr. Reagan.
Did he yell Reagan?
Yes. Pop, pop. Oh, they had him against the wall in a second.
Remember the guns they were able to fucking take out of their
The guns
suits?
that came flying out of everyone's suit.
Unbelievable. How the fuck are you hiding that?
I know.
I remember that.
There was one guy, I don't even remember what he had. I think a couple of them were carrying Uzis and shit. But They pulled these things out, and it was like,
Where the fuck was that?
You're wearing a well-fitted suit.
Right.
Where the fuck did you hide that?
Hey, wait. When Obama's in one of the cars, right? How many? He's with agents. I'm sure his aides and his his advisors. But the agents are in the trucks behind him and ahead of him.
Yes. And also NYPD also has a cat car that's a little further back in the motorcade. But in the lead car, which is an NYPD car, there's Secret Service personnel. Then there's the wedge of motorcycles which surround the president. And then there's tail cars that shut the route off from behind. But yeah, in the passenger seat of the limousine is Secret Service, probably with a machine gun. And, all around him, he's surrounded. You won't be able to get to him.
So, are they no-nonsense guys, the Secret Service guys? Of course.
Yes, they are no-nonsense. Yes, they are no-nonsense.
Little nonsense every now and then.
A bit of nonsense.
Are you
bit.
thinking you could reason with them a little bit, Jimmy?
Yeah, come on. I just want to talk to them. Get a picture.
Get a picture?
I'm a taxpayer. So,
you know what? One of the videos I made yesterday, you could hear Jimmy getting so annoyed that the motorcade wasn't driving right by us.
Did I get annoyed?
Oh my God, you're on video. Yeah, you're getting very annoyed. Like, of course, he's going that way. Continue, Charlie. This is pretty good shit.
Wait, yeah. Now let me ask you something, Charlie. When this Secret Service advance team, like say 20 minutes before he arrives, and we saw all the white shirts kind of gathered like a half circle, the high up cops. Those guys are mostly like lieutenants, and a lot of that is probably to keep order, and some might be just for show. But are the Secret Service guys kind of telling them what to do?
For the most part, yes. They set up the security and things like that. And what happens is NYPD does the outside security. The locations inside is done by the Secret Service. NYPD handles the crowd. NYPD handles the traffic. And they handle outside perimeter security. And Secret Service handles everything else once you get into the location.
We'll try to notify you before we commandeer your men. Who's in charge here? I am. Not anymore.
That's basically what it is.
I love those scenes in movies. That is the most cliche. The feds show up to the scene. It's like, not anymore. And the local guy's just like,
man.
Well, yeah, the feds are here. I'm done.
This is my investigation. You mean it was your investigation?
It was.
Ugh.
How many guys from the NYPD would you guess for the president?
There are probably thousands on that detail.
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about. That's
Probably
not worth it anymore.
Probably 2,000 to 3,000 cops.
2,000 to 3,000 just to get him to the view.
No,
Jimmy, I looked all the way down the one road, and there was, like he's saying, a cop car and a few cops on each corner.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody who was off was working overtime, and everybody who didn't have a thing to do or a desk job or something like that, or detective bureau, they were there in uniform working.
It's funny. I knew a guy named Ken who he was a Marine, I believe.
Hoorah.
And I think I met him. I'm trying to think if I met him in Iraq or in Cuba. I met him in one of the two. I was doing gigs in both. And he was, at one point, he worked in the White House. He was one of the Marines, and he was going to get me a tour of the West Wing. But you needed like 6 months or a few months advance security clearance to get the tour.
They check your ass right out.
Yeah, he told me a lot about the process. I just don't remember it. Because he would see the president all the time.
Really?
He was one of the guys that was.
Wow.
He would be one of the guys that would salute at the helicopter, like that type guy.
Yeah.
So I just offered nothing, basically. Thank you, Charlie.
Charlie, you got anything else? That's good.
Nah, that's about it, Opie. I just want to say, it was a pleasure to do that. When you're in the motorcade, you're on the motorcycle, and you look right to the right of you. You're in the wedge, and there's the president sitting next to you, and he kind of looks over to you, and you look over to him. That's probably one of the greatest feelings in the world. Like you said, you just stand on the corner, and they ride by, which is a great feeling. But to be part of that is something that you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I don't think you forget that one.
Did you ever get to meet one of the presidents, or no?
No, not at all. I was only in the unit from 2001 to when I retired in 2006. So once 9/11 came, security things changed a lot. I know earlier a lot of the guys, especially the vice president, stuff like that, they used to take pictures. They used to, were able to talk to them, things like that. But after 9/11, a lot of things have changed.
Right. Hey, Charlie, great phone call. Thank you.
Take care, man.
Anytime. time, you guys. You guys are the best.
Well, next time the president comes around, you'll be the expert.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Charlie. Matt in New York, you were asking about how they pull the weapons out of the suits in.
Yeah.
Especially, we saw it during the Reagan attempted assassination. Matt's got an answer for you. Matt in New York.
Hey, guys. How you doing today?
All right, man.
Hey, I was in Korea. I was in Army Aviation for 9 years as an officer, and I was in the tailor shop in Korea when Gore came over to visit us, and the Secret Service guys were in there. And despite all of them being just like huge guys anyway, they brought all their equipment in, primary radios, second radios, shotguns that they hang from their arms, whatever their desire to be set up with, whatever they wanted. They put it all on, and then the tailor measures them and builds the suit around how they want to carry all their equipment.
Great.
And they still look fitted, like you were saying.
Yeah, look all nice.
Right on. Kenny, what do you got?
I have a presidential story.
Oh.
Club Soda Kenny.
Yeah, I was assigned once to a presidential detail for Bill Clinton. And, before we're having a briefing, like roll call, and, we're talking about the assignments and everything. And the boss is like, he's being like really serious, like he's taking it way too serious. And he's going like, and when the president comes by, I want you to salute the president. Don't try to shake his hand. Don't try to get a picture with him. And in front of everybody, I go, yeah, but that's the hand that fingered Monica Lewinsky. I got so much fucking trouble for that.
Oh, shit.
You really said that.
What a jerk.
You just really can't keep your yap shut sometimes.
No, I got so much trouble. Oh, I got fucking yelled at for that.
Did they yell at you?
Oh, I got screamed at.
In front of everybody?
In front of everybody, and then afterwards also.
Were you embarrassed?
No, I didn't care.
Did you get some laughs, though, from the other guys?
Oh, yeah. It was fucking, there was 30 people in the room.
Did it kill?
Cracking
Yeah.
up.
It had to have killed.
That's a hand that fingered Monica Lewinsky.
That's hilarious. How close did he get to Clinton?
I have a picture next to his limo.
So not close.
Yeah, it was a fundraiser at this catering place, and I was in the command post at the catering place. And I took a picture next to his limo.
Would you have been polite if you met him?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been silly?
Can I smell your finger?
Yeah. Here's a cigar for you, Prez.
Prez.
Elbow.
Yeah.
When I got a picture with Clinton, I actually said, "Big fan, big fan."
Big fan.
You don't know what to say.
You don't know what
Love
to
your
say,
work.
though, right?
Yeah. You did great at the Bay of Pigs.
Right. Big fan of
What do you say, though? You don't know what to say. It's the president. You're not supposed to
I
be
really
comfortable
feel like we're
meeting
going to
him.
have a little thing. It's like, no, of course you're not going to have a little thing. Just get your stupid picture and move on.
But, you're talking about the motorcade and everything, and it's not like all the cops you see. It's like what you don't see behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
with
that's all
the
for show.
snipers and the fucking command posts
Right.
and
Undercover guys,
yeah,
right?
and SWAT teams staging nearby with fucking dogs and everything.
There's a route to the hospital blocked.
Exactly.
There's a route to a hospital that has his blood in it and his blood type and all that stuff, and doctors waiting. Wherever he is, there's a route shut down already to whatever hospital he'll
Just
be
in
taken
case.
to. Yeah. That's how they got the Parkland Memorial so fast in Kettering. I don't know who they use for Obama or Clinton or any guys in town now.
What I don't understand, I was watching all those cops yesterday. I know we're still talking about this, but it was a pretty big deal yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about an inside job. You got all these cops and stuff. I'm not saying you're thinking one of these guys might be.
You're talking rogue cop. Oh, but you're talking rogue
I'm
cop.
trying to be a little careful here, but that's how it's going to happen, right? You got all these guys with weapons, and you got to assume a lot of them are not supporters of the president. Let's just talk in general here.
Well, maybe the Secret Service, though. That's why the Secret Service is the one surrounding him. And
How about Secret Service?
You could, but I imagine they're vetted.
That'd be pretty hard to
I'm just saying the odds are ridiculously,
Sure, I mean, it could be done. Sure.
But you wonder.
Manchurian candidate.
Yeah.
Speaking of which.
Let me go to Joe in North Carolina. What do you say, Joe?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, man.
Talk about how times have changed. Back in the late 80s when George Sr. was president, a good friend of mine had worked for the Republican Party, gave me a call and said, what are you doing tomorrow? And I said, well, I got work. He goes, we need drivers for the motorcade. Back then, all that was necessary was to get a Social Security number. They would call it into the FBI. That night, I had to go to the Hyatt in Chicago. this back when I used to live outside of Chicago. Went ahead and met with this special agent, kind of told us what was going to happen, said come back here 9 o'clock in the morning, showed up back 9 o'clock in the morning at the Hyatt, gave us the cars, we drove it over to Mex Field, got out of the car, they were going to search the vehicle, then had to go through metal security, and then it was sit by the car for the next, 2 hours, and I was about the 6th car behind George Sr.
See, that's
wow,
impressive.
6th car.
That's impressive. You could tell that story at a barbecue a few times.
Sure you could.
That's
and you know, it's not like
better than most stories
And
you
he
tell at
has.
a barbecue. You think? You think that his whole life revolves around that he was the 6th car from the...
Let me ask you a question. Are you married, man?
Me? Yes, of course.
So how many times have you started that story out of the corner of your eye? If you see, out of the corner of your eye, you see your wife roll her eyes and walk away.
Well, what I do have are photographs of the incident that I drove in, and I got a letter from the White House that stated, "Thank you for your time helping during my visit in Chicago."
Oh, that's cool.
I am not lying. Honest to God, strike me dead. That's how it was back then.
Right. Okay. Good job, brother. Hey, here's this guy goes way back. Dave in Virginia. Dave?
Hey, yeah. Back in the late 80s, I was in the Army called unit called the Old Guard, Presidential Escort Service, to carry caskets to the cemetery, walk the mass, the tomb, and all that other stuff. But whenever anybody would come into the White House, we would have to be there, big old dog and pony show with all the other services. Everybody had the White House clearance, but yet we still had to be searched and with a photo ID to get on the grounds. They would check all our weapons for firing pins, although they all had bayonets on them. But the limo doors that anybody would show up in has a secret button on the door, whereas they would bring a limo to Fort Myers, let us practice opening these doors so we don't screw it up there in front of the whole nation. And if you did it wrong, you'd have to knock on the window, try to get the driver's attention so you can unlock the door so people can get out.
There's
Jesus.
Yeah, it's
Want to buy a limo door?
I've learned in this past hour that a few of our listeners have kind of gotten close to the president.
Yeah.
Sort of, kind of got close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I was close enough to Reagan and Gorbachev when he came into town the first time, December 7th, '87.
Right.
But I mean, there's just the KGB and Secret Service everywhere, just on the White House lawn.
They must have gotten along well.
I bet you those guys, I bet you KGB and Secret Service did because neither one of them wanted a fucking problem. They probably worked together all like we got to do this. Let's just fucking.
Yeah.
Nobody wants someone to get shot.
Spying on each other.
You think they had beers together and no one knows?
I don't know. Probably. They're just grunts. I mean, they're guys that.
After long days' work, they had a few pops.
I just wanted to try on one of the Secret Service's fedoras, or KGB's fedoras, because that's how you can spot them all.
They all got the same job, really.
Yeah.
KGB, Secret Service, they're the same guy. I think a Secret Service agent would love to talk to a KGB guy and vice versa, just to see what you do. Not that you would tell each other those secrets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Well, let me tell you what the security is.
After a few beers together, though, you're talking.
Tell you what the protocol is.
Right.
Yeah, you can compare suits and how you hide your weapons.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, all right, punch it out. Happy birthday.
All
Thanks,
right,
man.
happy birthday, Jimmy. One more, and then let's try to get out of this. Well, although the phones are just fucking lit. Everyone has
People
a
like
story.
this.
Tim in Nashville. What's up, Tim?
Tim.
Hey guys, I love the show, and I used to work at Vanderbilt University, which was the main trauma center for the entire town. And we've had presidents and vice presidents come in town on a fairly regular basis. And anytime when the president and vice president, either one was in town, they would block off an entire wing of the emergency room and would not let anybody in, just in case something happened to whichever one it was. Whether we had Al Gore came into Vanderbilt a lot, and we've had other various trips, but they would block off the entire wing for it.
Just in case.
Yeah.
So your stitches have to wait from your dumb softball accidents.
Oh, imagine how long you'd have to wait in the emergency room, waiting room.
Yeah.
Yeah, the president's in here.
Well, no,
sorry.
not even in here. That's
yeah.
Not even. It's just in case.
Just in case.
In my movie, I'm doing a thing where I'm the lead investigator, and I go in there and they go, "What do you need, Agent Chipperson?" They say, "Damn it, this is our investigation." And I say, "Yeah, it was your investigation, Buster Bob." And I go in there and I save everything.
Steve in Jersey. Steve.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hi, Steve.
That's the guy's name.
Yeah, I'm in the military, and we carry around, about 5 years ago when I was doing this, we carried around the president's stuff, his limos, his helicopters, and whatnot, whenever he goes somewhere, because that stuff's got to get there, too. And if you ever open up the trunk of the limo, there's a shitload of stickers plastered in there from everybody's squadron, from the patches that they get. They also make stickers from them, and you open up the trunk, and it's just plastered with stickers everywhere. And it's not like he's going to go in there and get his luggage or anything. And there's also a rumor, an urban legend, I don't know if it's true, about somebody who put a bumper sticker on the limo that said, "I voted for the other guy," or something like that. I don't know if that one's true, though.
I doubt it.
I doubt
How would that get through?
Well, it gets on the plane, the guy put it on there, and then when the limo rolls off, I mean, it's spotted right away, don't get me wrong. It's not like he was motorcading down and with that bumper sticker on. I'm just saying, during the flight, we're kind of the only ones with the access to it. The Secret Service guys are upstairs and whatever. So, if somebody wanted to do that, not a smart career move, but, they could do something like that. But that's how we get, like, the stickers in the trunk.
Did another guy put a sticker on and said, "If this limo's a rockin', don't come knocking"?
Gas, grass, or ass, nobody rides for free.
Yes, of course.
Wow.
Yeah, Clint had a wow sticker on his limo. All right, well, these
Never
stories
happened.
are just terrific. Thank you, Steve in Jersey. We were walking home yesterday, and you were telling me about somebody that took a flight with George W.
Oh, yeah, Jonathan, my manager's friend, is a director, and he was on a flight. I believe it was Korean Air. And it was like an overnight flight or something. It was first class, which is probably a very expensive flight.
Yeah.
And he's on the plane, getting ready to leave, and Secret Service comes on. Two guys come on, look around. And then and W gets on, sits in first class. I think a couple agents sat up there with him. And
What was he flying in that for?
Now he's flying commercial.
Oh, this was beforehand.
No, this is after was president.
Oh, after. Oh,
Within the last year.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then a couple guys went into like business class or whatever, because nobody knows he's going to fly. And then they just back out and take off. And most people probably don't even know he's on the plane.
Yeah.
Most people in the cabin don't know. And he wound up, he talked to him the whole flight, because there was a couple of them in first.
Oh, God.
And he wound up sitting next to him and talking to him the whole
annoying.
flight. I know, would you shut up? I'm tired.
But Jimmy and I were walking ourselves through the same scenario. Imagine you're on a 22-hour flight, and we're asking each other, do you sleep? Knowing that George W. is across the way from you, I say you don't sleep.
No.
The entire 22 hours.
You just got to, gawk at him and...
At least gawk and maybe try to, get some small talk going.
They talked.
How you doing? Yeah.
President can talk to anyone.
Sleep now.
A guy like that can probably talk to anybody.
Yeah.
He's going to kill time. What's he going to do, just look at you?
Yeah.
So he yapped with him, and they ate together, and I guess they slept, woke up, ate again. I mean, it's a long flight. I'd be awake the whole time just waiting for him to wake up. Just staring at him. Hi, what are you dreaming about?
What are you dreaming?
What did you dream about, Prez? I know I'd run out of things to say quickly.
Just flying in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
looking
I'd
at
say
the
something
president.
stupid. I know I'd say
How
something
great would it
stupid.
be if he fell asleep and you get to see him just drooling or something?
Yeah, or you get to see his hand rubbing his fucking dick and balls to his pants.
Because he's bored. It's a long
Yeah.
flight.
If this plane goes down, I'm not going to get any coverage, right?
Yeah, you really think that would be a big story?
Yeah.
President of the United States and comedian
And comedian Jim Norton.
killed. This plane goes down.
You would just be...
Of course.
Nothing.
They would list me with the luggage.
All right, why don't we take a break into some other things, right?
Yeah, I gotta eat.
I'm going to be in Atlanta tonight, tomorrow, Saturday. I got a plug.
Yeah, very cool.
Punchline. Tonight, tomorrow, Saturday.
You're listening to the Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM.
Hey, I want to play the Sandy Kane, Mel Gibson remix from yesterday.
Brilliant.
From D-Boy. And then we'll give you a little update on Sandy Kane.
Yeah, I want to hear what's going on.
What Anthony's up to, see if any more phone calls came in.
Got some plans for this afternoon.
Those phone calls are worth playing again, too, don't you
Yeah.
think?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we should get those, E-Rock.
Yeah, those are amazing.
But first, let's play this.
My fucking hat, which I need to work, is gone. All right. You know I need that to work, to make a living.
How dare you! You're blaming me me right now, you don't care about anyone but yourself and your fucking stupid fucking failed career.
You know better than the naked cowboy, and you're worse.
Shit! How dare you lie like that? Dishonest, fucking, gold-digging cunt! Now I'm sure you whore!
You know, I bent over backwards for you.
Fucking glum cunt.
You know, for your stupid makeup artist.
Shut up.
Away my eyelashes. I had to go today buy new eyelashes.
You're a fucking sham.
And I don't have my fucking hat. I am going to the police.
What?
And I'm going to the police department and filing a police report that you robbed my hat.
You're a dishonest cunt! What are you hoping to accomplish with that? What, are you gonna pay me back? How dare you act like such a bitch!
I am filing a police report that you robbed my hat.
Fuck you. I don't involve the police in anything because I stand up for myself. You weak cunt. You call the fucking cops.
If it wasn't robbed, you would have had the courtesy to call me and say, Sandy, you forgot your hat up here. I know how much it means to you and your business as the naked cowgirl.
I should have woke you up and said, fucking blow me, bitch. I should have fucking woken you up and said, blow me. You would have liked that better, yeah?
Thank you for your friendship.
Blow me! Fucking cunt whore, that's all you're good for. That's about all you're fucking good at. You there?
Believe me, I'm going to the police about this. I'm going to do a charge of harassment against you guys.
For what? For me being drunk and disorderly? For hitting you? For what?
I'm very friendly with the cops in New York, by the way, and they like me. They treat me with respect, not like you.
You don't have any fucking friends except me. Never mind. What the fuck were you gonna say?
I'm telling you, don't ever fucking call me again, or I'll kill you.
I'm threatening you. I'll put you in a fucking rose garden, you cunt. You understand that? Because I'm capable of it. You understand that?
I swear to God, I will take a gun and fucking kill you.
Fuck you, and you can rot unless you crawl back, suck my cock, and say you're sorry in that order. Do you understand me?
Asshole, fat, fuck you. Eat shit.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. It
fucking
totally
D-boy.
fits.
Great job, brother.
It's so good that it really just does sound like a conversation between two
absolutely.
mental patients just going at each other.
And I guess we don't have to play the Sandy Kane voicemails because the best parts are in there.
That was pretty much it.
But basically, Sandy Kane has now officially threatened our lives over a hat that she left behind when we were doing that dumb Britney Spears makeover thing with her the other day.
Sandy not happy about this.
No, and Janine got a hold of me on Twitter, and she said, I fucking gave her new fake eyelashes. Like, Janine did the right thing for her.
She forgets about it. She forgets about all that stuff.
She just forgets shit?
Yeah, she forgets all that
Is
good
she crazy
shit.
or batshit crazy?
Batshit crazy.
Batshit crazy. You thinking
Sandy's
that?
been batshit crazy for years.
Unstable?
I guess she's had enough shit happen in her life that's just made her fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And then she leaves her hat here and freaks out like that, calling people death threats, calling us all assholes and shit. And what do you do? She's been on our show. She's gotten publicity from our show. Yeah, we've gotten, mileage out of her.
Well, it works both ways. It works both ways with all these people. Of
course it does.
Bring us great radio, and they get some exposure.
Mm-hmm.
No one knew who Sandy Kane was until she started doing our show. I'm sorry, Sandy, but no one knew who the fuck you were.
There was
Maybe a
little niche of
sure.
people that saw her cable access show.
We certainly built her audience to a bigger place.
Watto and her hemorrhoid.
Right.
All that fun stuff.
I hear from fans all the time when they come to New York, they search her out. Not every fan, but certainly a bunch of fans have done that and got their picture taken with Sandy Kane in Times Square, giving her money.
Right.
And she lost her fucking mind yesterday. And I wanted
really
an update,
did.
but why would Steve or anybody be here with an update? I want to know what happened. What do they do? Are they doing another job here?
Well, what I did was I was showing you the penthouse photo.
And then he walks down the hall because he doesn't think it's urgent. Take your time. No
Yeah,
problem.
Oh, I'm running now.
You see my coffee? It's shaking.
Yeah.
Steve, I want an update. What were you doing that you didn't...
There is no update. The update is she's not answering her phone.
Well, that's an update.
All right, there is no update. She's not answering her phone.
Right.
And I did get a call from her attorney yesterday.
That's an update.
But I don't think...
How many more non-updates are you going to give me that are updates?
Well, that's not enough. But I don't think that has anything to do with this. I think this is the entertainment lawyer that's handling the Naked Cowboy thing.
So did you call him back?
I got it late last night, so I'm going to call him back today.
I bet
Wake his ass up.
I bet she called him about her hat. And wants him to handle the,
Jimmy, you
the
all right?
great hat
Yes.
controversy.
Jimmy, are you all right over there?
I am, yes. What time did he call last night?
Hard.
I don't know, 8 o'clock.
He called at 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess a guy like that goes to bed at 8:30.
Yeah, you should have called him probably.
Well,
I'll call him and wake him up.
He did say late last night.
You did say late last night.
I apologize.
Very, very late.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8
I apologize.
isn't even late at night for us.
Yeah.
And we get up pretty goddamn early.
I look at the clock when it's 8 o'clock and go,
I don't
cool, it's still early.
Yeah, I don't think it's that late yet. And I get up at 4:45 every morning.
Yeah.
Sleepy.
8 o'clock are when reruns stop on TV and like actual shows start.
Real shows start, right.
It's called prime time. He called during prime time.
It was extremely late.
Yes, it was the witching hour.
Safe to say you had at least 2, maybe 3 hours before the guy would go, "What the fuck you doing? This is a little late to call."
It was the wee hours of dusk.
Yeah, the sun is still up technically.
He called while I was dumping the remnants of my lunch in the garbage pail. Supper was being cooked.
He called late last night, and I can look out my apartment and still see the sun at 8.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
You can read outside at 8 o'clock without a false light.
Right.
I will rephrase. He called, and I didn't know that he called because I didn't look at the phone.
Very late.
But don't you see that the Sandy Kane thing's a big fucking deal right now in our show?
Yes.
She threatened our lives, so we sort of want updates.
Right. Well, there is no update on the I haven't gotten a hold of her front. So
did you try calling her yet today?
Yeah, I have, and she's not picking up. It goes right to voicemail.
Still.
Yes.
Well, how is she going to get her hat back if she doesn't answer her phone?
I don't fucking care. She threatened to kill me. I hope she gets hit by a fucking dump truck.
We care as a radio show, though.
Well, I understand that, but personally, I don't give a shit what happens to that bag lady.
See, we got to fill up this time with something, Steve.
Yes.
And the Sandy Kane thing is a big
Okay,
one.
well,
so
let's
call her fucking lawyer back immediately.
Right.
And even if it has nothing to do with the death threat or the hat, we want to know what he wanted. That's all. All right?
Yes.
You all right, Jimmy?
Yes.
You all right?
Yeah, it's gonna. I'm so irritated. I got to fly in a small plane. I'm so angry.
You don't like those?
No.
Yeah.
Fucking Continental.
They
assholes.
They're not fun to be on. They don't have service. They got one stew that's been thrown off of the commercial, the big planes, because she just can't quite cut it anymore.
Or she never got on the big planes because she's just,
And then she just brings by a beer for me. Here you go. Clunk. The plastic cup on top of the can. Yeah, geez, this is service. Let me dig into my pocket and get the $5 for you. God. Hate those.
It's true.
Those does suck.
Sandy Kane, did you give up on making that video yet?
Nope.
We're all looking forward to this thing.
Well, yesterday, the indoor range closes now fucking early in the summer. I can't
What's early?
stand it.
8 o'clock at night?
It's very, very early. 8.
He called it 8. The sun is still up.
He called very late. Woke me up. 8 o'clock. That's fucking classic Steve right there.
He woke me up. What time was it? 7:45 a.m. during the show.
I was sleeping. I was in REM sleep.
Retards eye movements.
Why wouldn't you call the guy back?
Because it's late.
She said she was going to fucking shoot us. We should be calling the NYPD, first of all.
Well, I was going to go
and
take her hat and take it to the range and see how well it could hold up to a 50 caliber handgun round or 2 or
that
18
means we're not giving the hat
20.
back.
We'll give it back. I'll give it back. It's just it'll look better.
She didn't. Okay, she
It'll
didn't.
and in this hot weather, it'll probably be a little more ventilated.
Oh, I like
for her wig. That's if the hat is even usable, because we have a theory. Me and Danny were working out a theory, but the indoor range is only 25 yards, around 30 yards, and I can't fire the Barrett 50 cal rifle. So I said, you know something? Let's wait till tomorrow, which is now today. Me and Danny, after work, going to head down to Calverton, the range out in Calverton. So if you're out in the boondocks, stop by and say hi. Going to take the Barrett 50 cal. I'm going to take my SP-89 9mm, the 50 cal Desert Eagle, and put this. First, we'll put it at 200 yards. We'll blast it with the Barrett, which we're thinking this hat isn't just a little straw hat. It isn't thin. It's got some bulk to it. It could just completely explode the second that Barrett round hits it.
Because I'm thinking, because it's not like it's not a shitty like paper hat or whatever.
Yeah,
It's actually like a decently weighted felt cowboy hat.
Yeah,
so it
it's
has
like
a little more
suede-ish,
Yeah, so
leatherish.
it has more mass than like a shitty straw
So
hat
when a
would
shell
or whatever.
hits something like that, it's got a lot more energy is going to go through it, and
It might just explode.
It could just completely explode the hat.
We'll sweep up all the pieces, and
which would be fun.
We'll FedEx her hat back to her.
Hey, are you two going to shoot it together like Danny Glover and Mel Gibson at the end of the first Lethal Weapon?
Yes.
Him both under the same coat. Smoke.
Yeah. We are just going to unload on this fucking thing, though. Two guns at once. And I'm going to put a camera right near the target, right near the hat, pointing at it, a little flip cam.
What, right next to the hat?
Yeah, so we'll be able to
You
get
could do
a
that?
target view and a view from us shooting.
Oh, right
and then
on.
edit it together. It'll look nice, and you'll get a really good view of what it was like to shoot the shit out of Sandy's dumb naked cowgirl with the bumper sticker cut up on the front to say naked cowgirl hat.
Yeah, I think we were too good to her over the years. Are we done with her now, too?
Well, she's fucking turned into a raging cunt.
No, we're
What
not
is
done
she
with her. We
doing?
should absolutely continue with her. The kookier she is, the better she is.
Yeah. It is, we do like a kooky Sandy.
She accuses everybody of rape. She's nuts.
It was rape.
Lincoln raped me.
Come on, man. Steve raped me. It was very late. It was 6 o'clock.
It was late when he called.
It was late at night.
Yes, very, very late.
8 o'clock in the middle of winter feels late, right, Ant? Not in the middle of summer.
No, in the middle of summer,
You're still
8 o'clock it's still light.
You're still doing outdoor activities.
It's still light. You could tan at 8 o'clock at night.
Right.
He is a pisser.
All right. So you'll make that video today.
Yes, yeah, we're going out there. So if anybody, wants to go out there, check it out. What are you, into guns? If you're not into guns, stay home. I don't want to hear you. I want no fan fucking leaning over my shoulder saying, "What's that? What does that do?" Well, that's a big round. Well, stay awake.
Does that happen?
No, not at a range, but if I say that we're going to be there,
it's
people will
turning
show up.
into an appearance now.
Yeah. Why is that a different hat?
Yeah, that's why Travis linked it to me. He just sent me a picture of the last time Sandy was on the show, and this is clearly
a different hat.
Completely different hat.
That is a red, white, and blue straw hat.
Yeah, that hat goes much better with what she wears.
Not the suede type hat that she had, that we now have custody of.
So she does have more hats.
Yeah. Oh, wouldn't it be great to be able to shoot at it with her head in it?
I want to shoot those pasties off her nipples.
Oh, that'd be great, too.
Those fucking awful inverted nipples.
Nasty
Just catch my round.
Oh, look at the rats. Nice rat cam.
There's a rat fucking video on local news here in New York.
Why, though?
Where
It's like-
are all these rats?
It's in Lower Manhattan, but is that news that there's a bunch of rats at night?
It's an
Going to be
epidemic.
dispatching some exterminators soon.
Well, we hope so anyway. Coming up on Good Day New York.
An update on that suspicious car that shut down the Throgs Neck Bridge. The bridge has been reopened, but delays remain.
Which means shouldn't have been a suspicious
Just
car.
a broken down car.
Just some asshole. A lot of people abandon their cars when they break down on bridges for some reason.
Yeah, and
They just walk off and leave their car.
They get a phone call, or they make a phone call, they get a friend to pick them up, and then they just fucking drive.
Just leave the car there thinking nothing of it.
Yeah.
Thinking, this couldn't cause any problems.
No one thinks shit like that, or they leave like a fucking briefcase sitting somewhere. Oh, yeah, I didn't want it anymore.
Yeah.
Assholes.
Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
Yes.
Where's it back?
Hasselbeck.
Beck, right?
Beck.
Someone put an A on
Hasselbeck.
at the end of her name here, making it Hasselbeck.
Could be Hasselbeck.
I believe it's Hasselbeck. I don't know. She had this to say.
There is a rise, speaking of Christina, in late-blooming lesbians. More and more women are choosing same-sex partners, even after decades of heterosexuality. Why do you think that is?
Is that as women get older, it's just like a been there, done that kind of thing, and I'm open to?
I'll tell you what's happening.
That Sherry Shepard is one of the dumbest broads walking
She
this
is
fucking planet.
as dumb as they come.
Yeah, she's
I'm
a real
amazed that this stupid Barbara Walters hasn't realized that and gotten another black woman that could maybe talk intelligently about
She's
what's
the
going on in the world.
Flat Earth one, right?
She thinks the fucking Earth is flat.
She didn't know if the Earth was flat or round.
Well, she didn't want to answer the question because she's too busy raising her children or something.
Yeah. I don't pay attention to that stuff. Oh, really? You don't know that the Earth is round, you dunce? What an idiot.
Can we play that clip again?
Yeah,
It's one of my
gotta
favorite
hear
clips
that
of
clip
all time.
It really is angering to listen to.
Look, if you saw it on some college TV broadcast, you're like, whatever. But it's The View. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like supposed to be highbrow TV shit.
Oh, yeah. They're supposed to kind of know a little bit about everything. And you don't make it that far and not know that the world is round.
And she also believes that the Earth is only, what, 2,000 years old or something?
She's got that Earl
she said that nothing
sickness.
predates Jesus.
Oh, that's
Nothing
Jesus
predates
Christ.
Jesus.
asshole.
They can prove that
I have
very
that too.
easily.
They
How
have
childish.
proved
Which
it.
one you want to start with?
Fucking hate
and then we'll
religious
get
people.
we'll get to this
Earl
new clip.
believes in that.
Does he?
Yeah, he
Look
does.
where he is.
Exactly.
Nowhere.
Look what he is.
Hey, he's got that Black Rock Coalition. It's starting to happen for him.
Doesn't he have a book out?
It's starting to happen for
I think
him.
he wrote a book about Black Rock Coalition.
It's starting to happen.
Pamphlet.
I hear the book did well.
Yeah, did it?
He had a
Where?
book release party and everything.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, he
yes,
did.
Yes. Oh, Earl's a mover and shaker.
He sure is.
Yeah.
He's on to big things now.
What's the book called?
Black Rock Coalition, I think.
God, what a bomb that must have been.
He is just latched
Oh,
on to
there's
that
a lot of Black Rock artists out
Black
there.
Rock Coalition.
But what coalition? Buy the record or don't.
You got to call it a coalition anytime that you have a group of black people.
What do they do? It's like,
Coalition.
do they do shows anywhere? Black rock? No one cares about them.
I believe they had a little book party, and then a black rock band played. And Earl might have even signed some copies of his book.
That must have been a heinous party.
Oh,
I heard it was a success.
In Living Color, and he's not
Earl
even
was-
together anymore, are they?
Yeah, they are.
No one talks about this.
Well, they play
Black
everywhere but
Rock.
the United States.
There
I
it is.
think.
Black Rock, Volume 1 by Earl Douglas.
Why are we making fun of Earl?
There it is.
He's finally doing
Is
something
he published?
on his own.
He's published. Who's the? What is that? A disc?
It's a
What is
website.
it? What?
It's a website where you can make your own books.
Wait. No,
Let me see the author picture, please.
Oh no!
I won't.
You can flip through his book online. Where is it? I think people should buy Earl's.
Wait, is this
Earl's
that
book.
Apple thing where you write a book and then
It's
Apple sends
blurb.com.
you the book?
It's blurb.com. You make your own book online and then you order copies.
Oh my God!
He's proud of this, man. It's all the pictures he's taken over the years of black artists. There's no writing in his book, I don't think. Well, there's
And
no
it
writing.
turns into a coffee table.
Yeah, you're allowed to check out, I don't know, something like 20 pages of the book, and then you got to decide if you want to see the rest. You got to buy it.
Ladies
Something
and
like
gentlemen, with his new book, Earl Douglas. Give him a big hand. Here on Regis.
I'm going to make a book like this with all the old Annie W. pictures.
Who are these people?
Of Earl just loafing. Is that it?
No, that's the preview.
TikTok.
Preview
The
shows.
clock.
See? Preview only shows 27 pages of the book. And
Of
then you
20
decide if you
of
want
a
to see more.
28-page book.
Yeah,
No, there's a 14 that
imagine.
showed most of them twice.
And it's called, thank you, Black Rock Volume 1.
Oh, so we can expect more.
Yes, he's already working on Volume 2.
God.
How do these people get this? Blurb.com/books1138998, I think. Is that how you have to find it?
We should
If you
actually
just
order
Google-
one. We should order one for the show.
Yeah, we really should.
Yeah, why not?
If you Google Black Earl book, you'll find it.
Black Earl book.
Well, Jimmy, if you want to
How
order
much
it,
is
you can get the hardcover with the image wrap, and that's $51.95.
$51.95.
It's hard to sell photography books, man. They're
Or
expensive.
soft cover for $29.95.
I wonder how many books he has sold.
I wonder what Earl's cut is on this.
Whatever
Is it
number he
100%?
tells us, we got to cut that in half. So.
Author. Oh, do you got the picture there?
I want to see his author photo because he looks pensive and
He
thoughtful.
looks very pensive.
Why it just stays as a thumbnail? Though.
Yeah.
Why can't you make that fucker bigger?
Well, you have to copy it.
Yeah.
I want to see it. He's got the. That's okay. He's got his hand in front of his face like he's deep in thought.
Yes, very deep in thought.
He's a man of few words.
Yeah, few thoughts.
Let me see.
I don't even know how to describe his pose.
That's Earl just not doing his job.
He's got his hands clasped in front of his face, and he's got a watch on his right wrist, and he's kind of leaning on his mouth. He's got his head is kind of resting on the back of the right hand, looking over it as if he's a man who's been caught in thought by a paparazzi.
Yes, like he just looked up.
He's in a diner.
Yeah, where's that? Brooklyn Diner or something? Oh, my God.
This is Earl.
Oh.
Hey, Earl.
Yo.
Hi, Earl.
Welcome back to the Opie and Anthony show. We haven't talked to our friend Earl in quite some time on the air.
And we're talking about Black Rock Volume 1, finally, Earl. Finally.
Congratulations.
You're an author now, right?
Yes, thank you, guys.
Walk us through it, though. You found a website where you can make your own book?
Yes, it's blurb.com,
Mm-hmm.
where you basically can do it on your own. They give you the software and whatever you want to put up there, you put up there, and then you sell it through Blurb.
And how are sales?
Yeah, they're doing okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, the other thing is you got to do everything completely on your own. So that's been the hard part, is kind of doing everything on your own.
Well, doing anything.
Well,
I hear you.
Let me ask you now, what's the cut you have to split with them?
Oh.
I know they take a pretty sizable chunk, but then you can determine what your profit is on top of the price that they already set.
Wait, what do you mean?
So let's say, it depends on the size of the book. So, I mean, the softcover version is like $29.95.
Yeah.
And I get so I made my percentage very small because it cost me nothing really to put the book together because I already have the shots already.
Does it cost them a lot to actually make it?
Yes, because the quality is very good.
Okay.
So, the quality is extraordinarily good.
So percentage-wise, ballpark, percentage-wise, how much do they get?
Wow, about 80%. I mean, again, it depends on the profit. You said on the hardcover, I make $10 a book.
Out of 50,
that's actually not bad.
$1.
That's not a bad deal.
$10 a book.
How do they make 41 though? What is their cost for each book?
Again, it's like 41, and I said, again, it didn't really cost me anything. No, I'll make $10 on the hard.
But they're the ones that print it. They're the ones that
There's no advertising cost.
Mail it out.
That's not bad because when Anthony and I put out a CD, what did we share? 75 cents a CD or something?
Yeah, it was great.
And then we had to split the 75 cents between each other, obviously.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
And that supposedly was a good deal.
As the shyster got fucking everything.
Yeah, how much was it selling for? Almost $15 a CD back then? Maybe 12 something? I don't know.
75 cents.
We got 75 cents.
We were real smart back then.
Yep. But, Earl, how many books have you sold?
How many have I sold? Probably about 20. I don't know. Again, I don't care.
Didn't he say the sales were going well? You do care.
Yes, you do.
No one puts out a book or any type of CD or anything and not care. You do care. You want people to buy this thing.
Yeah, you wanted to get your work out there.
Oh, absolutely. But for me, it was more of getting the thing out because it came from another book. It was supposed to be a larger book,
Yeah.
But the deal completely fell apart, and I really wrote the book out of frustration.
Oh.
Because I was supposed to do like a actual physical big text, almost like a textbook.
Wasn't it titled "What You Want on This Wall"? Wasn't that your first book about frustration? Or I can't find the sticker stop.
It's been years, but we haven't forgotten.
Of course
Never
not.
forget.
Of course not, Earl. Linger longer.
Now, Earl, the important question here is how long has this book been out? Go.
It's been out since February.
So since February, you sold 20 copies. So that's, pretty bad.
Brisk. Let's say those are brisk sales.
And you had a
4 a month.
Didn't
4 a
you-
week.
I'll be the first to admit, I have probably done the single worst bit of. I've done everything backwards as far as any type of marketing. I've done it completely backwards.
What do you mean, Earl? What'd you do?
No, because you're supposed to have a website and have everything set up, and
You didn't have a
me, I
website?
just put it out. I did it totally. I kind of punk rocked it. I just completely put it out on my own with.
Right.
Punk rocked it. Something rigged it.
So now
But didn't you have a book signing party?
Oh yeah,
And
Man,
wasn't there press there? I saw some of these pictures.
Yeah, that was probably the one thing I got right. A friend of mine, Denise, helped put this amazing party together at the Hard Rock.
Oh.
How many people showed up? And don't lie or I'll know.
The room fit like 120 people.
Everyone that bought a book.
100.
Wait, the room fit 120 people at the Hard Rock?
Well, they did. It wasn't at the Hard Rock. It was in the New York room inside the Hard Rock.
Right.
I'm going to put out a sunset table book.
Yeah?
And hope to sell more books than the Black Rock Volume 1.
Sunsets?
Just sunsets.
We're going to make one over here? You mean
I'm going to make one on blurb.com, Anthony. That's right.
a good idea.
They take too much.
They sure do, Jimmy. They sure do. Hold on a minute. Dave in New York City wants to talk to Black Earl. Dave?
Yeah, I did this book for my kid's first birthday for my wife. I mean, every time I hear Earl talk about this, it drives me fucking insane.
Why?
Dude, I respect what you're trying to do and all, and I realize this isn't Simon and fucking Schuster here. Come on, dude. And you had a party in the bathroom at the Hard Rock?
It's the New York room, sir.
Put the cameras up on the shitter so they can shine over the stall? Come on, dude. I love you, Earl, but give me a break.
Are you saying that Earl is overplaying his whole book thing?
Word. I love you guys. You guys are the best.
Dave gets
Thank
so
you.
mad.
Earl is just
he's trying.
Trying is part of his dream.
Right.
This Black Rock Coalition, the book and everything. I don't know why people got to be such haters. What's with the haters, Earl?
I can never really explain why. It's the whole people are just against the concept of
black people playing rock music.
Earl, what is the exact?
Despite the fact that they invented it, so what's the concept of? Yes, it's true. It's absolutely true.
I don't think anybody minds black people playing rock, but what is the Black Rock Coalition? Like, what are they fighting against?
Yeah, I think you make it too angry.
Like, but what? Yeah.
It's not angry at all. It never was angry.
Well, coalition is a rough word to use.
Coalition makes it sound a little militant.
Yeah, I think that's where you're going wrong.
It's like Black Rock Militia.
Right.
Black Rock Panthers.
I think one of the names they floated around was Collective, but we also got to remember when it was formed in 1985, Collective sounded a little Cold War.
Anthony, a lot of people doing the math out there.
Yeah,
he quit Ron and Fez, worked for a year, and made $200.
Well, still rolling in, though.
So, now, Earl, the Black Rock Coalition, you started it?
95, sorry.
No, I didn't start it. It was started by Vernon Reed of Living Color, Greg Tate, who was a writer for the Village Voice, and Conda Mason. She's a manager and an artist rep, and a couple other musicians. They formed it.
Nobody thinks about it, though. Do people really think about Black Rock Coalition, or are you like the last holdout?
We've been around for 25 years. We've played some pretty big places. we've been all over the world, so I think something's going right.
But aren't bands just doing that anyway?
Yeah, who's the biggest black rock artist?
Wow. I would probably say, like, right now, probably TV on the radio. If I had to guess, Earl Greyhound is amazing.
No one has heard of these people.
Exactly.
I mean, I've heard of TV on the radio, but
the TV on the radio is pretty big.
they're
heard of
sort
them.
of
I've heard of them.
sort of happening.
But why don't they just get big, like just being a band? Who cares if they're a black rock band as opposed to, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just a good band.
Coalition.
Well, you also got to remember, people still can't wrap the concept of blacks playing rock and roll in 2010.
Because most black teenagers don't listen to it.
That's not exactly true either. I mean, there's a kind of another
Called you a
organization
liar.
on top of it. I went to the Afropunk Festival. That thing's been going on for 5 or 6 years.
How many shootings?
No shootings.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It grows every single year. I mean,
But why don't black people just... Roy, Earl, let me ask you. Why don't black people just enjoy their rock music the way white people do? You don't have to get together, like, as far as organize it on a race. Like, how about they just listen to it?
It's always a racial thing because I don't know. Earl's a little bit of a separatist too.
I'm not a separatist at all. Again,
A little bit.
It's just this whole notion that from blacks and whites that, you know, there's still this kind of separate but unequal thing going on between blacks playing rock and roll and between whites playing rock and roll.
Well,
so a group of artists got together and said, let's make a unified stand. And we want inclusion. We don't want anything separate.
Oh.
Well, you're kind of separating people by calling to the Black Rock Coalition.
Yeah.
Makes it feel like you can only be black to listen to the black artists.
Yeah, nobody thinks about black rock or white rock. If you like it, you like it.
Just rock.
You just want to rock.
Why can't we just rock?
Why not? I want to rock.
Is Earl really trying to say that, like, black people have been excluded from rock and roll throughout the years?
Yeah.
But they started rock and roll. Hey, Earl, are you upset?
They stole it from the white man.
Are you upset that 100 people went to your book signing party and only 20 people have bought the book so far?
Well, it was a private party.
But wouldn't you think that every person there would have bought the book?
Good question. Why didn't everybody that was at the party have bought the book?
That's right.
Well, that was a whole other story. But
We'd like to hear it.
It's a lot of stories.
It was kind of a fight between Blurb and I. I mean, not a fight, but we just had this
A fight.
Well, you had a problem with your publisher?
Not a it had some issues with the publisher, but we kind of worked out.
What were the issues, Earl?
Just on a marketing end, because I was trying to I couldn't get a representative to the party. I was like, send a representative from Blurb just to talk, because we had microphones. We had my friend Kelsey. He played, and we had
set up like a press conference.
Mm-hmm.
So you wanted a representative to come from Blurb? Where's Blurb based out of?
California, San Francisco.
So they wouldn't fly somebody cross country to your party in a fucking back room
for your pop-up book.
Well, they do. They do events all over the country.
Yeah.
They call it a pop-up book or a pappy-up book.
Black Rock. I'm surprised a bunch of Lost fans didn't accidentally buy it.
Hey.
Well, it sounds like the book's doing very well. How do they get the book, Earl?
You can go to blurb.com and type in Black Rock Volume 1 in the search engine and then go from there.
Yeah, let's buy a few books for Earl today. Secondly, Earl, you believe that the Earth is only 2,000 years old?
No, he doesn't.
More or less?
Not 2,000, no.
How old is the Earth?
I don't know.
About?
I have no. I don't know. I mean, you guys won't. My brain is not.
You've publicly talked about this before. How old do you think the Earth is?
I don't know. 6. I don't know.
6,000 years old? And that dinosaurs were walking around with people?
I don't know.
Can I ask you something? Do a lot of black people think that the Earth is only about 6,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 years old? Because Sherry Shepherd believes this shit, too.
You mean Shirley Sherrod? Or?
Yes, that's who we mean.
No, I don't mean her.
Sherry Shepherd.
Sherry Shepherd from The View.
Shirley Hemphill.
Shirley Hemphill.
Do black people in general believe this? I don't know. I'm asking you a question today, Earl.
Probably. I mean, if you biblically speaking, probably yes.
A lot of black people believe the earth isn't that old?
I mean, a lot of people take the Bible very literally.
But it doesn't have like years, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't say what year it was. But you believe that dinosaurs were walking around the same time that modern type men were walking around, right? You don't believe in the evolution and cavemen turning into humans and things like that?
But I mean, to coin the term, my beliefs have evolved a little bit. But yes, I believe that at one point.
Yeah, so you're not into you're not into evolution.
I also said I couldn't wrap my head around. I was like, I made that opinion.
Wow.
I made that opinion, but I also said that I was like, I couldn't even wrap my whole head around that idea. It was like, it sounds too. It's as
head around a telephone pole. So you couldn't wrap your head around the whole idea of what?
Of that idea. I was just like, it sounds crazy. I said that.
That sounds crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't believe in the fact that, the theory that has been scientifically proven pretty much that we have evolved as a species throughout the years. You believe in creationism where it's just we kind of were plopped down here by some super being in the condition we're in now, right?
I mean, everyone thinks we evolved from apes and we evolved from this and we evolved from that. Wouldn't you? But if we evolved from apes, how come apes haven't evolved?
Well, it branched off. It branched off.
Again, it's
wow,
completely early in the morning, and I'm not thinking straight.
No, but it branched off so that humans. It wasn't literally an ape. Like we see now that we evolved from, but it was an ape-like animal that branched off. One branch became human beings. The other branch became what we know as gorillas and whatnot. And but yeah,
and I heard that bell.
Oh shit!
You remember the bell, Earl?
Yeah,
totally.
The bell rules.
Don't you have some kind of event tonight?
Yes, we have tonight at the Rubenstein Atrium, which is on Broadway between 63rd and 64th.
What's with the Jew name?
Hey.
Why didn't you pick a place with a black guy name?
You're at some atrium tonight for a book signing?
Hey, isn't that Rocky's wife?
Oh, Chip.
Yes, it's Broadway between 63rd and 64th. It's at 8:30 tonight.
Why aren't you uptown, motherfucker?
We're going to be doing a
125th Street.
Not at 125th, 63rd. And
what is going on tonight, Earl?
We're going to have a live presentation of the book, Q&A, and we're also going to have Dragons and Vince, who's in the book, play a lot of.
Okay.
What's the name of the place?
The Rubenstein Atrium.
Oh, Atrium. Oh, I heard something different.
No, Atrium. A-T-R-I-U-M.
Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious! Well, Earl, it sounds like you're doing very well. What are you doing for a living? Like, how are you earning money to eat and stuff?
No, I'm doing the whole boiler room thing. I'm just doing the sales thing.
Sales? So you're doing like a telemarketer?
What are you going to tell us?
What do you
Secrets?
What are you selling? What are you selling?
I'm really thinking about quitting because I'm not particularly.
Yeah, but what are you selling right now? Like, what do you do? Give me a little
vacation packages.
Give me a little line. Hello? Yes?
Oh, God, I can't remember my own script.
I'll take 8. Go ahead, give me a little. Hello?
Yes, Mr. Cumia.
Yes, speaking.
Yes, I saw recently you were at the gun show. And you
Yes.
filled out a form. And you filled out a form for a highly discounted Florida Bahamas vacation and cruise for two.
Yes, I did.
Well, Mr. Toomey, I have some great news for you. Your name has been selected, and you are going to the Bahamas. Congratulations.
Oh, wow. What is this going to cost me anything?
It's going to cost you highly discounted. It's only $3.99 per person, and that's
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. I don't buy anything from
Oh, Jesus Christ. It doesn't change, does it?
You left Ron and Fez for that horse shit?
Hey.
What the fuck, Earl?
I'm sorry, Earl. Jeez. Earl's been nothing but a trooper.
I know. But he has the big book signing today
does.
with
Today.
Q&A.
Go
And one of
down
his
there.
black rock artists performing.
So $3.99 a person. What airline did they fly during this deal of the century? Fucking Value Jet. Yeah, we got you a seat hanging off the wing. We tie you to the underbelly. Gotta hang on to the wheel well.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, that's pretty good there, Earl. Though. At least you're rocking something.
What?
You got. Well, he's got his dreams that he wants to pursue, and he's not just doing the telemarketing thing. He's actually branching out and trying to, make something else work.
Well,
think
the
that's
cool
noble.
thing is that there's a couple of interests on to do another one, to do another book. It's entirely separate from music. I want to do this type of presentation. There's talk about putting this thing, making this kind of a series where we present a different band featured in the book at different venues. So.
Yeah, but why would they want Volume 2 if Volume 1 has only sold 20 copies?
Again, people like, arts organizations.
20 people liked it.
20 people like it, so they're like, yeah, we need a Volume 2. Shouldn't they be working Volume 1 a lot harder?
I'm working Volume 1 as hard as I can, and again, they want to do like a lot. Again, people want a live presentation with something music related. So, again, it's been very slow, but
like this phone call.
Earl, you should do a commercial about your book, and you say, "I wrote a book, and I told two friends, and they told two friends."
See, that's where it ends because
not
not
so on.
selling many. You don't get the so on and so on.
Exactly.
Oh, Earl.
All right, Earl. It was great catching up with you.
Yeah, go back to sleep.
Hey, guys, if you guys want to come out tonight, it's 8:30. Rubenstein 8:30.
It's very late. That's all right. Give the big plug. 8:30. Where?
The Ruben.
That killed me, Jimmy. Jimmy came up with that one.
Yeah.
That is so goddamn funny, Jimmy.
He does say atrium very strangely.
He does. He's
kind of stops after the
slip of the tongue there.
All right.
Oh, Earl.
Bob Kelly joining the program. He's doing
Yes.
Helium Comedy Club. 2 shows Friday and Saturday. We'll talk to Bob Kelly
Let me
next.
say goodbye.
You're leaving
I
now?
have to.
Shit in a
What the
handbag.
fuck is that about?
I got to go to Atlanta, but I have to get certified checks. And just,
What?
Certified checks.
What?
It's a whole thing.
You got to deal with the whole thing
I
today.
got a whole thing.
Lump cunt.
Fucking phoners. Gee.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Oh, we're going to miss you, Jimmy.
Yeah. Guys.
Punchline?
Yes.
Atlanta?
See you Monday, boys.
Thursday, Friday, and
Right.
Saturday with Jim Norton down there in the Atlanta area for
Go
everybody.
see Jimmy if you're down there in Atlanta. He's a very funny gentleman.
Yeah, I'll be
with-
selling Earl's book.
All right, we'll continue with Bob Kelly next.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show on the Fire Sirius XM.
Opie Anthony and Bob Kelly. Kelly playing the Helium Comedy Club in Philly.
Yeah. Tonight, 1 show. Friday, 2 shows. Saturday, 2 shows. The way it should be.
Okay.
Instead of 5 fucking Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Like you did in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus actually was fucking a lot. I can't believe how many O&A fans are out in fucking Columbus.
I think we did pretty well in Columbus.
There was a lot of them showed up. They were fucking great too.
Cleveland is a hotbed of activity for O&A.
Columbus, Ohio. Oh, Cleveland is
the whole area.
I forgot that it's like Toledo, Cleveland, Detroit.
Yeah,
everything's like 2 hours away
Isn't
from
it
each
sort
other.
of? It's all right there. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're gonna love you in Philly too.
Yeah, I haven't been there in fucking 2 years. I love Philly.
Really?
Yeah, because the fucking guys who do security are Philly guys, so they don't take any shit.
Oh, right.
They just love
yeah.
grabbing somebody by the nape of the neck and tossing them out.
Throw them out the door, old school style.
You like when clubs take care of the comedian that way?
Fucking, oh my God, it makes me so happy.
Did you see the heckle scene on Louis' show the other night?
I was watching it like it was memories. I've done the same in the same club. I had the same thing. Yeah,
it's the Cellar. A lot of the stand-up scenes are filmed at the Cellar and Caroline's. Those two clubs that we know very well.
But it's so specific to the person that usually does it. It's the hot white girl who's never been told to shut her fucking mouth. No one ever said you're an idiot. Shut your face. She's never flinched. She's never had to flinch from a backhand.
She's only seen guys like looking lovingly into her eyes, no matter what drivel is coming out of her mouth.
Right. Everybody's just said, no, it's okay. No one ever said, shut your fucking mouth. Some fucking asshole guy who goes and tells his friends what a cunt she is and stuff. She's just a fuck. Well, dude, just deal with it, man. Honey, can we talk? Well, listen, I was just shut the fuck up.
You know, can we play that scene? Louis C.K. tweeted it, and it definitely works for radio.
Yeah,
Louis doing his fucking act, and it shows how he deals with hecklers. This really hot blonde.
This actually happened to him. Somebody told me last night, like 2 weeks before this happened. This
True
really
story.
happened.
True story. True story. Love the true story.
Here it is. Yeah, even Louis C.K. tweeted. He knows this is a solid scene.
I went to a doctor recently. He told me to eat slower, and I was like, "Why eat slower?" And he said, "Because your body gets full." But that message that your body's full takes 20 minutes to travel from your stomach to your brain. It takes 20 minutes before you know that you've already been full for 20 minutes. First of all, what a douchebag your body is. That it takes 20 minutes. What's taken 20 minutes to get... If I stub my toe, I know it immediately, and that's twice the distance. What is this message doing... that it like stops at my tit. Hey tit, what's up? Hey, what are you doing? I'm going to tell them that we're full. Get up there, you idiot. We're going to get huge if you don't tell them. Oh, well, excuse me. I guess, yeah. And then he goes off. I'm not going yet. And he goes down to my asshole. He's like, hey, asshole, what are you doing? My asshole's like... That's how my asshole talks.
No, I'm gonna go if you can. Seriously. What?
Hi, could you stop talking because you're making it hard for me to do my job.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay. Just, you don't have to be sorry. Just please don't do it anymore, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Anyway. Holy shit. Why would this gets me a little... Sorry. I was on a plane the other day, and people on plane... You know when you're on a plane and you're on the tarmac, and you haven't... but you can't get to the gate because there's a plane at your gate?
That's what happened to Mike the other day.
Excuse me?
No, my friend, that happened to him, too.
I don't care.
Well, no, my friend Mike...
Hey, nobody cares about your friend Mike. Nobody cares about your friend Mike.
Okay.
Nobody cares about your friend Mike.
Okay, whatever. It was funny.
What was funny?
Unlike you.
I'm sorry?
Oh. I can't...
I said unlike you?
It was funny unlike me.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What happened to the parade?
What parade?
The parade of stupid you were floating. I'm just curious.
Okay, that's not even funny.
It's not?
No.
Okay. You sure? All right.
No, you're offensive.
I'm offensive?
Yes.
What do you mean?
You're making jokes about rape, and that's offensive.
You don't like rape? You don't?
No.
That's really weird because you know that you wouldn't even exist if your mom hadn't raped that homeless Chinese guy.
Oh my God.
However many years ago you're born. No, listen, I'm sorry. I'm really... It's hard to come back from that, but I am sorry. I didn't mean that. Look, can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you please just die of AIDS? Does anybody have AIDS who they could put their dick in her face and get her started on that?
Oh my God.
Anybody?
I could sue you.
What? You can sue me?
Yeah.
You know who I would like to sue? Everybody that works in the hospital that you were born at. Because I would like to sue them for not responsibly pulling your head off the second... Letting you live was medical malpractice.
Can't you just, move on?
No, I can't. I really can't, because you're the worst thing that ever happened in America. Seriously, it goes you, slavery... and then Pearl Harbor and 9/11 combined. Those are the three. And so, as an American, I feel like it's my duty to make you feel poorly. And your mother's a whore.
My mother's dead.
Your mother's dead?
Yeah.
That's good. It is. You know why? Because she can't make any more with her.
You did not just call me a C word.
What's that?
Did you just call me a C word?
No, I called you a because you're and your mother is one, and she had one. You know what? The moment you were being born, there was a guy walking by, and you know what he said? He said, "Hey, look, some coming out of some."
That's the scene right there.
Fucking brilliant. Goddamn, Louis, great.
Amazing. FX, Louis' new show.
No, Anthony has a different fucking list. Goes, it's not slavery first.
No, I wouldn't put that there. I'd put her.
Age limit.
Yeah. Age of consent.
Louis on FX, Tuesdays at 11. You were getting a little uncomfortable watching that, Bob Kelly. It's too real, right?
It's not. You know what it is? Because they're not heckling, and that's what the problem is. People think a heckler is somebody yells shit out at you, fuck you, blah, blah. It's conversation is the worst heckling.
Yeah.
She's literally so fucking captivated with her own fucking voice. It's like the same cunt that walks into a restaurant and doesn't have restaurant voice, who just sits down and, so anyways, yeah, Gary's such a, and you're like, do you see everybody else here fucking whispering table restaurant talk?
Cell phone train, the guy on the cell phone on the train also that has to just really let everyone in the car know what he's talking about. There's a way on the train to be like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm on the train. Yeah. You kind of cup the fucking phone a little bit to amplify your voice into the phone.
Yeah.
You have to be like,
talk like black guys on the cell phone.
Have her pull the Johnson file. I'm going to be in, I should be landing at about, you're on a train. Shut up. Don't say land. Whenever you're in a car, a bus, or a train. I like when people, I'll be landing at about noon. Shut it, you're on a bus. and they got to let everyone know how important their job is.
Yeah. These fucking twats. I fucking hate them. I actually in Houston, made the girl, this is what happens is they talk, they don't think they're heckling because they're talking to their friend at the table.
Yeah.
And then they go, I wasn't even saying anything. I wasn't talking to you. And then you say something like that back. You trash them back.
Yeah.
And then they get offended. Like, you're the fucking asshole. It's my fault. I wouldn't even have said it. This girl was crying between an ATM, just like hunched over, crying. Like, I just wanted to have fun. All her friends left her and came back in. And her boyfriend was like, she does this all the fucking time. And then he had to go out and deal with the
fucking
bitch.
Drunk ass to shut up.
Oh, that episode made me so happy.
Yeah, you wouldn't have stopped the show if you didn't hear her, right?
No, I wouldn't even have talked to her.
Of course.
What is it about stand-up comedy that isn't like a Broadway show or any other thing where you're just supposed to shut the fuck up?
Probably because you're looking
movie.
up and seeing me.
No,
If it was just you, then I would say, yeah, okay.
It's not Tom Cruise,
But it's
who's
like
captivating.
It's like every comic. Like, why do people feel compelled that they could just start yapping and ruin everyone else's time, or think that they could add something by being
because it's a night out.
funny?
It's a night out. You got the drinks in front of you with the cute little names. You order a Dennis Leary and a Tracy Morgan, and
Tracy
You
Morgan.
could do that.
You're Tracy Morgan's just heroin.
Do that on Broadway. It's a day. You're
Get
not
some
fucking yelling at the
mozzarella
stage.
sticks.
Yeah, but Broadway, you're not drinking exactly, eating mozzarella sticks. When
Well,
the
they got
clubs
that
added
break.
fucking
Fried food and cute names for their drinks. You
Yeah.
feel like you just kind of
You
hang.
look down on the table, you see a fucking chocolate fuck me cake.
Watch me with this
tiramisu.
guy. Watch me with this guy. I fucking hold on.
I tell you what,
I'm gonna get him. Watch.
I tell you what, it's not usually, especially O&A fans. The guys, it's not usually guys. It's exactly that chick. It's that white girl who's never been told, "Hey, you're an
shut the fuck
idiot.
up."
You're a fucking dumb cunt."
Yeah.
My wife got the shit kicked out of her by another girl at one point. Like, a girl was like, "Fuck you," and they fought. I've been beat up. I've been knocked out. I know when to shut the fuck up. There's that thing where you're like, dude, just, you know what, Bobby?
Yeah, shut the
fuck up.
Or else we're gonna have to go further with this.
So you think girls would or women would behave if they got knocked out once?
Oh, not knocked out.
Well, think about it though.
Think about how
we've
great
all
it was.
been in a situation where you're like, oh fuck, I'm in deep shit here, but it makes you think the next time.
Think of the old days when the guy, could at least make him flinch. You know what I mean? Where's dinner? I was, and he brings his hand back. Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Too many women walk through life thinking they're superheroes. You know what I mean?
Well,
they're untouchable.
It's like
that's the problem.
It's like I can do whatever you can do. All right, well, carry all the groceries, bitch. I'm going to walk home. Here's 90 bags that you got to hold on one finger.
You want to talk to a heckler? This guy heckles at all the shows.
No. Why would you even want to talk to him?
Nathan, why do you heckle comedians at shows all the time?
One of the reasons is because 9 times out of 10, I'm funnier than the comedian who has 30 years experience on stage.
That's what you think.
Well,
then why aren't you doing it?
Yeah, why don't you just go do comedy then, dude?
Yeah.
Just go and fucking do the hard work and be a comic and make some money.
What do you do for?
The other issue is I paid my money, so I can go there and grandstand as much as I want.
Oh,
really?
God, this idiot.
What do you do for a living, sir?
What do I do for a living?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't repeat the question. Thinking
I
of
know.
something.
I dig grounds up for septic tanks.
So you'd rather do that than be a really funny comic? Because you're saying you're funnier than all the guys you see.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be a better life being a stand-up comic?
Well, what happens is
Basically, it would be, but obviously you would not make it.
Yeah, interrupt me. What I have to say is less important than what you got to say.
Whoa. Wow.
Oh. You better frunk us this call, or you are truly the biggest douche.
No, I can't believe you fucking guys put me on. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
You're not from Philly,
man,
are
it
you?
took you 5 fucking seconds to put me on. Unbelievable.
So, what are you getting at?
Huh?
Is it a goof call?
Huh?
I still don't even know.
Huh?
Is this a goof call?
Yeah.
You're a goof.
Oh.
See, that's some of his great material.
Was
right
he
there.
for real though? Does anyone
I don't know. I think he might have
See,
been.
that's a guy. That's a guy. You know what I was thinking of today? I was reading reviews on the internet of people all this. Like back in the day, even to be a stalker to kill somebody, you had to climb a wall. You had to fucking go through security and all just to fucking ruin somebody's life. Now you can just go and hurt their feelings on Amazon.
Yeah.
You can just go and say he's a piece of shit or call in this fucking. That's another guy who's never been knocked out.
Never
been woke up next to your tire.
Let's go to Bob in Iowa.
Fucking asshole.
Bob, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey.
Hey, man, I actually witnessed Bobby. I actually witnessed him smashing 3 35-year-old cunts at the Funny Bone in West Des Moines. I don't know if you remember it, Bobby, but this girl in the front row kept saying, "Oh, snap." And you were like, "Can you shut the fuck up?"
You know why I don't remember it? Because I did it in Columbus. 4 days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's these 3, people go to comedy shows and expecting a fucking puppet or like, old school comedy. And then you get up there and you start saying a couple things, and then you look down and you see that face. They can smell dog shit, but they don't know where it is. Just disapproving of every word, which I don't mind. If you can just sit there, but once you start talking,
yeah,
I actually like seeing a fucking disappointed face. I know I'm actually saying something good if that cunt doesn't like me.
Yeah, she don't like you.
Oh, yeah. If you like me, there's something wrong, but I don't remember that one. But yeah, I've done it a bunch of times. I did it in Houston. I fucking snapped on this kid and then he wouldn't leave. That's what I don't get either, is just fucking leave.
Yeah, you don't like it? Fucking leave. I paid my money. Well, now you're going to sit here and not enjoy yourself because you paid your money. Just leave. Cut your losses. Get the fuck out.
What club was it? West Des Moines. Where the fuck was I in West Des Moines?
The Funny Bone, man. I was the kid that you called skinny bitch, and I told you I lost 100 pounds. You told me I was a liar.
Were you lying?
Do you remember this guy, Bobby?
No, dude.
Oh, well, good for you for losing 100 pounds, dude. I gained fucking 50 back.
Yeah, well, and the thing was about these, going back to these broads, they were in line trying to get something signed, and you looked at this girl, and you're like, I'm sorry. You said, just shut the fuck up. It wasn't your show. It was my show. It was good. I don't know if you like the Funny Bone or not. You were wearing your cupcake and crossbones T-shirt. Hilarious.
Yeah, wow, you really were fucking checking me out, dude.
Yeah, really. Good witness.
Dude, I might fucking.
I'm a fan, man.
Nah, thanks, brother. I do it all the fucking time, dude. It happens all the time. Because the clubs now, too, they give the security job to save money to, like, a waitress. Yeah, she's like fucking 4'2". She weighs 80 pounds.
Yeah, she's going to start throwing people out.
Yeah, dude. There was actually one where I was flipping out, and then there was some O&A fans came. I mean, these guys were gorillas. They were fucking, like, could seriously hurt somebody.
Yeah.
And this guy, they were cool, though. They were fucking guys. They were laughing, having a good time. They were fucking around a little bit, and I talked to him, and the security guard, because the weekend was so fucked up, was on edge, so he went up to him and went, look. And it was a racial thing, because this was like a big old redneck white boy with an accent, and this guy was a black dude, like really black guy, and he went up, hey, if you talk again, and this guy, I just saw him, and he was just he was about to snap and take the whole I had to go over to him and go, hey, bro, listen, while I'm going to say, just please, everything's cool, man, everything's all right.
No need to just rip someone's fucking head off.
He was like, this motherfucker, I'm Bobby, I came here to, I know it's an O&A film when they call me Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby, I came here to enjoy you, and that motherfucker,
Bobby,
emphasizes that.
I came here to see Bobby.
All right, let's move on. We got that. We got the Sherry Shepherd first, Anthony. That's where we were.
Yes.
We went off-roading a little bit, talked to Earl, and then Jimmy left, and now Bobby's here, so now we're back on track. Sherry Shepherd on The View. You still have that, Travis? You want to play both of them, man? I
want to hear the world is... She doesn't know the world's fucking round. I know that.
All right, let's start with that one. Sherry Shepherd, this dope from The View.
Is the world flat?
Is the world flat?
Yes.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I never thought about it, Whoopi. Is the world flat? I never thought about it.
You never thought about whether the world was
round? No, because I'll tell you what I've thought about, how I'm going to feed my child, how I'm going to take care of my family. The world flat has never entered into, that has not been an important thing to me.
You'll teach your son, Jeffrey,
If my son, Jeffrey, asks me, is the world flat, I guess I will go.
Didn't Columbus already work this question out? I mean, why are we doing this?
What a fucking
She's an embarrassment
dummy.
to women.
Human beings.
What a dummy.
I mean, Barbara Walters, she's got some credibility, and she hires a broad that doesn't know that
if the world's round.
She thinks the Earth is flat.
Is that some
but is
religious
too scared
thing,
to say
though?
that.
Is that a religious? Was Whoopi
no
trying to
idea.
catch her in some?
Isn't the Earth on the back of a tortoise or something?
Back of a tortoise, yes. It's and there's sea monsters.
Yeah, I'm serious. It's
and you
some
fall
kind
off
of
the
old
edge.
fucking
The world is flat and it rests on the back of a tortoise.
Yeah, that was yes. People actually thought that.
What the fuck?
Yes,
old oldie time things they thought for like 1,000 years, and then someone said, "Don't be stupid."
Yeah, some kind of fable.
Yeah,
it's one of those dumb fables.
The flat Earth.
I wonder if I'd be one of those guys to believe that shit though, like back in the day.
It's so. What's great is the whole thing that she almost pulls that Chris Rock thing.
Right.
I take care of my kids. Yeah. You're supposed to. that shit is fucking great. And she tries to divert the whole thing by going, but I'll tell you what I do. I take care of my kids.
Well,
and
that's
stuff.
good.
Great.
There's plenty of room in your brain to fucking think about if the world is flat and take care
And
of
put
your
some
kids.
dinner on the table.
And put your nipple in his fucking mouth.
And how about you educate yourself so if your kid asks you a fucking question, you could give him an answer. You dunce. You fucking dolt.
She's representing women. Women.
She's representing women. Women like Olive's girl.
I'm winning today.
I'm tired all week. I suck. And then she talks about how old do you think the Earth is, Bob Kelly?
It's got to be fucking
a real answer.
4 billion years.
You would go with billions easily, right?
Yeah,
Anthony, would you go with billions easily?
Yeah, of course. You're in the billions.
Yeah.
We should get Michio Kaku.
I love that.
How
guy.
have they proven that the Earth is? Oh yeah, you're not a big. You're losing interest in him.
I am, but he gets going
because some of these people think the Earth is only 2,000. Earl thinks 6,000.
6,000 years
Some people
old.
think about 3,000.
And they think
what's wrong?
It did fucking plain yogurt tastes like if you got the fucking talc and put it on your balls and then scraped it off after the end of the day and just ate it.
Plain yogurt is
the
useless.
fucking worst thing
But
on
look,
the planet.
They got
fat.
fat-free yogurt with flavoring in it. Get one of those.
Yeah, they have you can get like a fucking cream de mint and fucking blueberries.
Key lime.
Fucking women.
Tasty.
Key lime yogurt.
Key lime.
Fat-free.
I got creamsicle the other night. You know what they have? Honey bun yogurt now. Tastes like a
fan of
honey
the
bun.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Never liked honey.
I like vanilla.
Not honey.
Shit.
Honey bun.
I got you.
The creamy part of the bun.
Oh, okay.
I like vanilla.
Ugh,
So
vanilla's
now-
good. I take that.
So now we go to Sherry Shepherd. There's a bunch of people out there that believe what Sherry Shepherd believes as far as the age of the Earth. You got that clip, Travis?
Crazy.
Keep in mind that probably when he was around, there was no Jesus Christ stuff
But
going on.
they still had Christians back then. I don't want to
they
be
had their. I mean, they had their gods.
The Greeks
had their
I'm saying they had Christians and they had.
I'm telling you, I'll short them now.
They had Christians, so they threw them to the lions.
I think this might predate that. I think this might predate
I
that.
don't think anything predated Christians.
No. Yes, the Greeks came first. Yes, the Greeks were first. Then the Romans, then the Christians.
Jesus came first before them, so okay, all right.
On paper. Okay. Not on paper.
Okay, I don't want to turn this to a religious
It doesn't matter anyway. They didn't believe in Jesus. They believed in polytheism, many gods.
You know,
Wait, but is that the clip we usually play?
she thinks that nothing predates Jesus.
Yeah, but how did?
But they proved that Jesus was a man walking the earth.
Yeah, but how about the people that came to him as a baby? They were adults.
Well, they
How did-
no, they were just poof. They were there.
Three
The
wise men
second
just came
Jesus was born
with full afros and beards.
Totally.
That's right.
Yeah.
Really?
I have no idea what this lunatic is saying. No, I really don't know.
All right, well.
There's no logic. They can never explain it. They can never explain what science has come up with. How, like that? Bobby just said a perfect thing. Like, what about the people that were there just the day before Jesus was
Yeah, but
born?
not even that. What about the gifts? Who made the gifts?
Yeah. What happened?
Like
Nothing predates Jesus. Maybe she meant give or take a few years. I don't know
Give or
what
take
she's
20
talking
years.
about.
Fucking idiot.
Dummy.
It leads to yesterday. These idiots talking about old lesbians.
Yeah.
There is a rise, speaking of Christina, in late-blooming lesbians. More and more women are choosing same-sex partners, even after decades of heterosexuality. Why do you think that is?
Is that as women get older, it's just like a been there, done that kind of thing, and I'm open to?
No, I'll tell you what's happening. All the older men are going for younger women, leaving the women with no one.
That's why they're suddenly sleeping with women? That's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't mean that you're...
So there's a
I'm saying
rise,
if you're
though.
searching
I don't
for
mean to
someone
be
of
rude,
people
but-
like level, intelligence,
Then what does
leading
that say about
responsibility,
me?
if the men are evacuating for these younger women,
As soon as you
maybe
go to
just
get
wanna
another
come
woman,
stand
we'll
here.
know what about you.
These broads are just
stupid. Cackling. They just sound like...
Not every older guy is going for a younger woman.
Oh, there's
No.
got to be one out there that isn't.
There's only one in here that is.
No.
2,
3,
4,
5, 6.
But that turns women gay later in their lives.
Because there's no men left.
So they say, what the fuck?
Or they've been in marriages for so long, and it's gotten so dull that when the marriage ends, either because she's a widow or a divorcee, that they just give up on the cock and decide.
Yeah, but it's so easy to. It's for some reason I don't know why it's so easy to fucking be a lesbian. Like you're just licking taking a couple swipes, doing some scissoring.
Well,
and you're fucking hanging out baking for the rest of the day. It's kind of fun.
But it goes with the whole thing: is gay something you're born with, or something that is learned, or something? Now, with men, I absolutely believe you are born gay. If you're a man and you're gay,
right?
You are fucking born that way. There's just no way that voice comes out of you. You can't make that shit up.
You can't get bored with women or not get women and then just say it's just too aggressive.
And when they know that 3 years old, I knew when he was 3 that he was gay, and it was a.
For me, you fucking did that. We'd fight. We'd probably beat each other up.
Well, and I think it's more about sex, especially young gay. The young gay, it's a lot more about sex.
Me and you, like I had a fantasy about that.
Yeah, well, who doesn't? but now, older women they're talking about, if they're turning gay, I think it's a lot more for the companionship than it is scissoring. Scissoring fucking 60-year-olds, rubbing those dried fucking pussies together.
But you get older, it doesn't mean you have to lick the pussy, right?
No, I'm not talking about
They could just get a
licking the
fucking
pussy.
roommate.
But I think that's what it is. Like when they say turning to lesbianism, I think their life partners are now women, but they're not fucking licking gash every night.
They're just companions.
They're watching movies. They're
You lick
rubbing
old
each
pussy?
other's leg maybe on the couch. They're leaning their head on the fucking shoulder type thing. But
Old
it's
pussy
just
has that.
companionship.
You know, it's probably like that fucking. You know when meat goes wrong, it gets that rainbow on it, like that, like roast,
God.
and it's harder. It's a little. It's like rubbery meat.
You turn it the right way and you see that rainbow.
Yeah, like a fucking like that
is
fucking
that?
chimp asshole. It's like Arby's roast beef.
Shit.
Old pussy. They have to scissor. I don't even get scissor. You're just mushing your pussies together.
That's it. They just smash
got
them
like
together.
2 fucking suction cups.
They just smash them together. And,
What if it makes a fart sound if you catch it just right?
Oh, it's got to, right? Like suction cups.
It'd be great if 2 women connected their pussy and asshole together and they got stuck together. And pop them apart.
There's a
There
scissor.
you go. There's some hot scissoring
Now
for
is there
you.
a problem with scissoring?
Yeah,
there?
You have a problem with that,
Look at
Bobby?
that.
Do you?
Dude, I don't give a fuck if they were murdering cattle.
That is great.
Can we see old women
Wow.
scissoring? Now I think we finally stumped Danny. There's no way you're going to find old women. Oh, look at him
Danny
thinking.
will find it.
He's thinking what
Danny
to
will
type
find
in.
anything. Danny's great at the web search.
Old grandma, good.
Grandma scissoring.
Going to be a quilt.
Grandma
She's going to be
scissoring.
making a quilt.
Yeah, we're not going to.
There's no
We're
way
not
to
going to
find
see old women scissoring, I don't think.
Grandma pussy scissoring or old lady scissoring.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing scissoring.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, I think
but
Danny will
I
find
have all
it.
the faith in the world.
Absolutely. Same here.
How about just pussies stuck together?
Old
Fat lips.
skanky, fucking nasty lips.
Gray hair. Have you seen gray hair on a pussy?
No.
No.
The hair, it gets all like hard and coarse.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has no more root. You just pull it out and it's just straight hair.
It's too easy to pull out.
Yeah, you can actually just rub it, just like mush it off,
Oh,
and it would just come off like nair.
Oh, shit.
I actually like older women though. I like the fucking.
You like great pussy hair?
Dude, there was a movie where I don't know what it was called, where this retard was in this like an Italian retard, and this old Italian woman wound up just sucking his cock just to piss off her husband.
Wow.
And he caught her doing it, and he beat the shit out of her. But she was just like, "Come here, just take it out." She's an old Italian woman with those big fat nipples and the. I don't know, something about that.
No, nothing about that.
I like that. I like that. I like an old woman. Not
want
old,
that?
but like 50.
Really?
Where their ass is like kind of nice, but it gets flat down the bottom.
Mall thief gets tackled by local cheerleader.
That's a hot story.
Well, what have we got here?
Breaking on Fox
Oh,
News.
Well, hello. Well, so you're the cheerleader, are you? What are you? Well, what are you doing to me? Look at her. Aw.
I guess Fox has nothing to talk about today.
Oh, did some backflips and fucking landed on top of him. Yeah. Cheerleader. Danny just keeps coming up with these
A lot of dead ends.
I hate when you go to Google Images and you click and it takes you to some fucking web page that you gotta sign up for.
Does the pussy get like bigger as you get older?
I would think gravity would take its toll, so it would start
Even on the
looking.
pussy?
It would start looking like an old fucking bulldog mouth. You can't quite shut it.
Stuff starts falling out from the inside too.
Yeah.
No.
Oh
yeah.
Whoa. Jesus. There's
See,
an old granny sucking
I
a
would
big
let her
black
fucking
cock.
suck my cock.
Oh,
If I was
yeah.
delivering pizza and I came across that and she was just in a chair with like a half a titty hanging out, I'd fucking.
She's got big old women tits too.
I wouldn't go near a pussy, but I'd let
That
her
is
fucking
just
suck
not
it.
right.
Whoa!
Oh man, no, come on.
Starts
That's
looking like
Photoshop.
starts looking
That's
like a
Photoshop.
tongue.
That can't be real.
I don't know.
That's not real.
No, I think that shit is real.
That can't be real.
I think that's what starts happening.
That can't be real.
Falls down like that.
I think so. Yep.
It looked like a bear's mouth when they go like.
Just the corners.
That lip starts going down like that. Oh man.
See, I'd let her fucking blow me. I wouldn't go near that. But that's.
You
Can I
Mel
just say
Gibson?
something though? 30 years ago, all pussies looked like that. Before they
No, not
started
like
trimming,
that.
dude. Before they started bikini waxing assholes and on the side.
Yeah, that looks like a shotgun blast with hair around it. They at least it tightened up. There was hair on it, but
what was it?
It was tightened up. There was hair all on it. That thing is all big and nasty, stretched like, a bunch of kids dropped through it.
Oof. Is that what happens after your kid comes out? Does it fuck up your
I
pussy?
never saw a fucking pussy that a kid came through. Never saw one.
Everything's good. I hope
Not in
if
my
that
life. Not now. Not never.
Get pussy reconstruction surgery. Fucking send my wife right back in there.
Set up the scaffolding.
Dude, fix that. Fix that.
Fix that.
Fix it. I'm trying to get her to do a C-section.
Yeah?
Yeah, if she gets pregnant and we're going to have a baby, I'm begging her to just pull it out of her stomach.
You want the scar there, though?
I don't give a shit about a scar. Would you rather have a scar or a huge, fucked up pussy?
Let me think. Neither.
You don't want kids?
No. Anthony doesn't want the kids, no.
You'll adopt somebody. You'll adopt somebody someday.
It's not going to adopt.
You will.
Young Taiwanese girl.
The little Woody Allen action.
Have my way with.
A concubine.
Well, we're
Just
gonna
have her follow you like 12 paces behind you around your house all the time.
Exactly. Bind her feet.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a break. We're going to get into some other things after the break.
Certainly.
I don't know how to give this one away or tease it, but
it.
Sam's been doing some investigating, some PI work around Sirius XM.
Is that what it's called? Or is it called Nosy Can't Keep His Fucking shit out of other people's shit?
But God bless him
Sam.
for it, right?
Thank God for it.
Okay, good. Yeah, he's been doing some PI work.
I got no problem with it, but let's call it what it is.
And we got some,
Let's call a spade a half of whatever.
we got some creepy stuff going down.
Yeah.
We got some creepy stuff going on, and Sam is going to expose that next. It's definitely creepy. And Bob Kelly in studio. He's heading to Philly right after the show. He's got a show tonight at Helium Comedy Club, and then 2 on Friday and 2 on Saturday. HeliumComedy.com. Get your tickets in advance. Bobby hasn't been to Philly in a while.
No, I haven't.
Very
Can't wait.
funny.
And so, my fellow Americans.
Blah, blah, blah. This is the Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus Sirius XM.
Bob Kelly in studio. Helium Comedy Club tonight, Friday and Saturday. Make sure you see Bobby. Yeah, I follow him on Twitter. Robert Kelly on Twitter. You got some good tweets there, Bobby. You had a picture of some old man yesterday.
That was the best.
He looked like the king of the court, by the way.
This
And why am I
fucking-
going to say, I guess I should continue saying, by the way.
Blood away,
Boy away, because I don't say it enough.
Blood away.
And you said you're looking at your future?
Well, you know, I love going down if you just go down the village and just watch these fucking weirdos that just walk by.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these fucking creep. It was like 110 degrees out, and this old jackass has like 9 sweatbands on each wrist. He's walking with a baseball bat and a stick. He's got Jimmy Norton glasses on. It's fucking terrible. And nobody says anything. It just
what? No, it's normal for
anywhere
down
else in
there.
the country, they'd be like the cops would be called. This fuck.
Just to check out the guy, make sure he's okay.
Nobody says a fucking thing.
You're absolutely right. Hey, that show you were watching last night, we stopped you. During the break, Bobby's telling us this crazy story. I guess there's a new show on TV called Monsters Inside.
It's called The Monsters Inside, and the fucking
what channel?
animation.
Do you know?
It's on
because people would probably want to check.
I think it's on
something out.
Animal Planet.
Is it? I thought it
A
was
Travel Channel or Animal Planet. Either one of those, I think
wrong.
it is.
I see the commercials for that, and then it makes me not want to watch it because I know I'll start to have like anxiety.
Yeah, I'll think I have it.
The actual the animation they show at the beginning of the show is like it's your insides, and then it shows this almost like a fucking stingray type of micro fucking animal organism just going over your like fucking organs and fucking attacking your cells. And
that's beautiful. Great.
It's all about these little micro fucking monsters they're fucking alien monsters. I mean, these things have, like, this one last night, this lady had on her inner thigh, she thought it was a heat rash. Then she thought, she went to the doctor, they said poison oak. In reality, it was a fucking monster in her fucking belly that would shoot out, it had a horn that came out of its mouth that shot little eggs out of it.
Stop it.
I swear to God. It shoots eggs out of that, and the eggs actually came out of her fucking piss onto her leg and attacked them.
The cord, my fucking headphone cord just rubbed against my arm and freaked me out. You fucking assholes.
This is worse than a horror
film. Holy shit.
And these little things were on the outside of her body, in her skin now. Outside of her body. The one I watched last night freaked me out so bad.
Now, wait, can I slow you down for a second? Now,
Please do.
You look at these tiny organisms in your body and stuff. Why can't they be the aliens? Why do we always have to look at aliens as the image we all kind of throw in our brain as soon as you think aliens?
What if we're the aliens to them and they're attacking us like we're attacking other countries?
Why can't these be aliens?
Yeah, dude, wait. These fucking things, when you see, they are aliens, man.
They live in you. There's living things inside you that you have no control over.
Look at that. Just fucking multiplies into it. This guy, that's a tapeworm, which is actually segmented. But the ringworm, this guy last night, dude, he came back from Iraq. He had stomach problems. So he started doing a cleanse, like a vegetable cleanse for 3 months.
Yeah.
Around 2 months in, he's in bed. He gets stomach cramps. He wakes up to go to the bathroom. He thought he shit himself, and then all of a sudden he felt something slapping his inner thighs.
What is it? What?
He reached down to his ass, and something was hanging out of his asshole.
What, a trout? What the fuck is this?
It was just shit.
This is sick.
It was just a hard shit.
He grabbed the end of it. It was alive.
No way. No way.
He pulled a fucking 9-inch worm out of his asshole. Okay?
Was it attached to a man? It's not. That's called a cock.
He pulled it out. It was in his hand, moving. It was still alive.
That is horror movie shit.
Then he called his wife, and to show his wife, which I don't. If I pulled a worm out of my asshole, I'm not telling anybody except the doctor. I'm not going to call my wife over because I'd never.
You'd call your wife over if you have a nice shit in the toilet. Why not if you have a worm?
What do you mean? I'd leave it in for.
There you go.
I know.
But
so
a worm. Oh,
I think you got to show the world.
Fuck that.
A 9-inch worm.
9-inch worm.
Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. If you have one, they lay eggs. So he went to the doctor, goes, look, you have one that's 9 inches, which means you probably have a lot more.
I drink Drano. I would just drink fucking Drano and take my chances.
Imagine pulling up, feeling something like an eel slapping in your inner thighs.
There's maggots in his head. I'm not watching this. I'm not watching this. There's maggots in his head.
Making noises and it's moving.
Oh, that's the one. Oh, they got video of that. That's fucked up.
Aaron Dallas is a ski instructor in Carbondale, Colorado. In the spring of 2007, something stops Aaron in his tracks.
It was planting time, and as I was bending over to shovel, I felt this sharp pain in the back of my head. As I bent down, it got worse and worse.
A week later, he begins to feel the skin on the back of his head is changing.
What?
I started to discover there were some distinct bumps on the back of my head.
Aaron can feel a ring of 5 individual bumps protruding from the back of his head.
Oh my God.
As I'm lying in bed one night, I can hear noises in the back of my head.
What?
Bumps making noise. Just a very faint scratch, 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 scratch. I woke my wife up and I said, "You've got to see it. It's making noises and it's moving." I took a shower right before I went to the doctor and went with wet hair to see the doctor. And he parts my hair looks at the bump, and pauses. He goes, "Oh my God. What is it? What do you see? What is it?" And he says, "I don't know. All I can see are things moving inside the bumps on the back of your head."
Fuck you!
I think they're botflies.
The botfly is a hairy insect about twice the size of a housefly. Its maggot larvae are known to live as parasites in human flesh.
Fuck you! Get out of here! Stop
I'm
it!
relieved that I'm not going crazy, that there really are things moving and making noise on the back of my head.
Aaron's head has been a nursery to 5 growing botflies. Skin provides food and shelter for baby botflies.
Goddamn motherfucker!
I don't like to use the word maggots because it's not a very nice word and it doesn't make me feel very good that there were maggots in my head. But what he showed me were maggots.
Why would anyone watch this?
Fucked up.
A high school senior.
Oh no! What does she have?
Dude.
A high school senior.
What has she got? Stuff in her eyes?
Woke up with a big Italian cock in her vagina.
Nice.
You want to do one more? We got to know what happens to the high
Yeah,
school
what
senior.
happens to her?
And then
Is
we
it
got Dr.
sexy?
Steve on the line.
Is it sexy?
Do you want to know?
Look at her face. There's no way what she has is sex. She's humiliated
No, she
her.
really doesn't look
High school
happy.
senior falls victim to a veiled attacker.
It was an actual creature, a living creature in my eye.
I don't want this. I can't get this. Please, God, don't give this to me.
Chicago. 16-year-old Mallory Greener is at
Stop
the
being
end of her
racist.
summer
You won't
break.
do it.
Mallory has tickets to see her
God
favorite boy
agrees
band.
with me.
The lights are bothering me at the concert. It really feels like there is something in my eye, but in so much pain, and it's just very irritating.
When the concert
Sometimes
ends,
my eye
the
itches.
pain continues.
I hate this. I got this. I don't
The
want
next
this
morning,
ever.
she wakes up to spend her first day as a senior.
The eye was in so much more extreme pain than the night before. I'd call out for my mom. She comes running in to see if I'm okay. The only thing I can do is just hold my eye, and
Her brown
it
eye.
hurt to the point where I was just.
I had to make a joke. This is killing me.
Concerned about her condition, Mallory's mother, Marcia, takes her to see a local ophthalmologist.
On the eye surface on the pictures, it looks like little white clumps of dots. He says that the dots are in fact a parasite that is living in my eye.
Just
They
laying
have a way of
eggs.
penetrating the skin layer and
Fuck.
then getting deeper into the cornea and basically setting
No!
up shop there. So they're basically looking for a home and also for food.
Not in your
Parasitic
eye.
infection is called acanthamoeba keratitis. The parasite can damage the eye so badly that Mallory could lose her cornea, her sight, and eventually the eyeball itself.
Ah, they eat your eye. I don't want that.
I don't mind the eating part. It's the laying eggs. Everything lays eggs.
There's no way I would watch that show.
I'm not
No
food.
fucking way.
I don't want to be food for something.
Let's talk to Dr. Steve.
Oh.
Dr. Steve, parasites growing in your body.
Jesus.
Monsters inside. The show on Animal Planet. You watch it?
Yeah, we actually did a segment on weird medicine about parasites and had the botfly guy.
Oh, really? With the maggots in the back of his head making noises?
Yeah, you go on vacation to Belize and you have a nice time. You drink a few parachute or umbrella drinks, and you come back with maggots growing under the skin of your skull. It's lovely, and they can live there for quite some time. And they're just gestating and they're ready to turn into botflies.
And can I just say
fly
something?
crawls out of your head.
No, they have to actually cover the hole because it will suffocate, and that's how they get it out. Am I right?
Yes, or they can be removed surgically. If you just got a couple of them, they can just go in, numb it up, and make an incision and yank the thing.
I would need it out immediately. I couldn't live knowing they're still in my head. It's like, oh, we'll let them suffocate for a day or two. No, I'd be running around screaming.
Exactly. Well, we had a girl, and sorry, I'm in a stairwell, so I'm walking upstairs to my office. We had a girl that called in that had blowfly maggots growing in her sinuses.
Blowfly. Those are those big, like, nasty fucking black flies, right?
Yeah. And she had them growing in her sinuses, and they were there for weeks and had to be removed.
How'd that happen?
She had a cat who had a wound on its skin.
So I've been back.
Yeah.
The blowflies had laid eggs in the cat's wound, and then the cat slept with her at night. And then the stupid maggots got into her nose because the cat was sleeping with her. So.
Holy shit, they're showing.
All right, hold on, Steve.
So I was going to wait till today.
Could you go back? She got back from Belize. This shit is happening in Belize there, Dr. Steve.
Who's going to Belize?
I'm never going to Belize.
Go to Disney. The Epcot fucking thing is just like going around the world without the blowflies in your
I've been back
head.
from Belize for about...
I just saw it.
Oh, God. He saw it.
I see it.
No, what? You see its head?
I think I see something.
Oh, my God.
You want me to get it?
How can you get it? What are you going to do?
Tweezer.
Oh, my God, I don't know. I want to be able to see it coming out with the camera.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Maybe we'll get the tripod.
She's filming it as the boyfriend looks in the back of her head.
Well, I've been back from Belize for about a month now, and recently I noticed a strange oozing bump on the back of my head.
This is different.
And finally I went to the doctor yesterday, and they confirmed what I was most afraid of. It's a botfly larva living and eating inside my head.
Fuck!
So I was going to wait till today to have them take it out. But all night I've not been able to sleep because I swear I felt it and heard it even chewing on my head. And so now we actually see it, and we're going to try to get it out.
Luckily, when we were in Belize, the locals told us how to get rid of a botfly if one decided to use you as its host. Their method was to fill an empty beer bottle with smoke, then put the bottle over the botfly's breathing hole to basically smoke it out.
Anything?
Oh, fuck.
The human botfly's method of reproduction is actually pretty fascinating. They use another organism, the mosquito, to transport their eggs, a practice known as foracy.
Bitches.
God.
The adult lays its eggs on a mosquito. When the mosquito lands on a person to feed, body heat triggers the eggs to hatch. The larvae then bore into the person's skin and feed there for about a month. If allowed to finish their life cycle, they'll simply come out on their own when they're ready to pupate. But most people, myself included, can't wait that long. Well, that didn't work, so it looks like we'll have to wait till my doctor's appointment. Luckily, it's only a few hours away, so I think I could wait till then.
You got a maggot in your head.
Yeah.
You think she's going to sleep until the doctor's appointment?
I'd make her sleep in the garage.
32 hours later?
Well, the doctor wasn't able to get the botfly larva out of my head yesterday.
What?
It was just holding on too tightly to my scalp. So what they did was they shaved this part of my hair and put a piece of tape over the larva's breathing hole in the hopes that it would suffocate and die and then release its grip. So sure enough, I haven't felt it move since last night. And even a little bit of it is sticking out.
Oh, fuck
So
me,
I'm hoping
man.
that we
Come
can
on.
take this tape off and finally pull this maggot out of my head.
Jesus.
So let's try it.
I'm going to throw up. I think I'm going to.
Sounds like the girl who ate the screaming hot dog.
Yeah.
All right, we see
the tip of the maggot.
Yep. And now the boyfriend's going to attempt to pull it out.
Oh, I would dump her.
Oh, she is so fucking damaged.
I would dump her in a second.
He's got tweezers.
Wow.
He's holding on
Look
to
at
it.
that.
Oh, shit. Son of a bitch.
I don't even feel it. Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait, he's holding.
Oh, God.
He's holding from the other end as the boyfriend tries to pull it out with the tweezers.
I can't.
Just yank it.
Oh, it feels like... Is it out?
No, it's not
Halfway,
out.
dummy.
Is he moving?
Don't snip it off, stupid.
Just if you feel resistance, don't keep pulling.
Why? Just
Because
yank
half
it.
of it will be in there.
God, that hurts.
Wow.
Ow.
Wow. Oh, my God.
He's out?
Holy
All right.
Pause this for a second. How big is that? Holy
There goes Bobby.
Why does it always end with him puking? We didn't even want him to puke today.
There was green pus. Green.
Fuck you.
Dude, but we don't. But we're not purposely doing this. That's the beauty. Well, I didn't know this.
Oh, Bobby's all red and sweaty again.
We don't need to do this to you every time you're on the show.
It was bad enough when the magnets started coming out, but then at the
Can
base...
we back up? I was distracted by Bobby running to the garbage bell.
Green pus.
Oh, that was fucking...
How big was it?
Oh, fuck, that's nasty, dude.
Oh, that was so disgusting.
I don't mind the blood, whatever that shit.
Yeah. But then the green, drippy, oozy stuff that came out of the hole.
The pussy stuff.
That was... Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I would dump that. I would never touch that
How would
bitch
you
again.
ever go down on her?
I would never go up, down, sideways on that fucking...
How big was that, you think?
That was like a regular maggot. That was like
I know, but I'm trying to, for the people
gotta
out
be
there.
an inch long.
I'm thinking, you ever get incense?
Look how...
You know, a little thing of it?
Yeah, how thick it is?
Like it's thick on the bottom and then it was thin as like a cone almost. That's sort of what it looked like.
Look how big it is at the mouth.
It is fucking big.
The green pus.
Could you back up? Because Bobby
God.
distracted us so bad. Okay, we're backing up, Dr. Steve.
Oh, God.
Bobby, you could you could do this, Bobby. You could do this. Hold on, Bobby. Bobby, you could do this.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
Bobby, you could do this. You could do
Just if you
this.
feel resistance, don't keep pulling.
Oh, shit, here it comes.
Oh, God, that hurts. Ow. He's out? Is it bleeding?
Just some like yellow stuff came out.
Oh, do you see it in the frame?
Yeah.
It's giant, and the green oozy stuff dripping out of that hole.
That's all fucking food and shit that it was eating.
It's its own shit.
Its own shit
and
food
pus.
and cum. Oh, it was like... It was like when you fuck a chick in the ass and you come and then you pull it out and just that her asshole regurgitates the little load. Oh, God.
Wow.
Her asshole won't accept the jizz, so it just pukes out. Oh.
That is so fucking disgusting.
Oh, that bitch had that in her head. Oh, fuck Belize.
I can't. Who's going to Belize
I'm
after
not
that?
going to Belize.
Oh, fuck Belize.
Fuck that.
I hear they have nice beaches. Fuck that.
We should send somebody down there and just fucking make them get that, like a bunch of them.
Oh, God, that's so disgusting.
Oh, God, that's fucking nasty.
Unbelievable.
That's fucking terrible.
I got goosebumps.
I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to help my chick out.
No.
I wouldn't be able to fucking do that.
I'd remove it with a 38.
But look at the rings around it.
Yeah.
Like the head is huge, full of food.
It's all engorged. It's about 10 times bigger than the hole it came out of.
My God, that's
and then the
fucking
green
amazing.
pussy stuff running out of her head.
Well, Dr. Steve, back to you.
Oh, Dr. Steve.
Nature wonderful.
It's terrible. Fucking parasite.
But you have to smoke it out like a crack addict.
Yeah.
I got a parasite for Danny to Google image. It's called Ascaris, Ascaris, and just go to Google and then click.
Oh, God! No, it looks like Chinese noodles.
Danny, go back to that other thing, too, because I got to...
Wow, why is it coming out of everything?
Yeah, what is that?
Why is it coming out of his mouth?
It's a roundworm, and they'll infect your GI tract, and they'll come out of your mouth. And if you look at that second picture, you can see a big mass wad of them coming out of somebody's ass.
That's what happened. This guy had. That's what the guy had.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's
He's shitting spaghetti. Bobby, he's just shitting spaghetti. He'll be okay. He'll be okay, Bobby. He's just shitting spaghetti.
Oh, did you see all the fucking shit coming out? Imagine that coming out of your ass. You feel it crawling on your fucking rectum.
Yep, those are ass maggots.
Bobby's making me
Ass
snort.
maggots.
Why wouldn't you know that that's there, Dr. fucking whatever, Steve? Why don't you feel that? Why don't you feel that coming out of you? How do you live like that?
Oh, you did. I'm sure he felt it when he came out. That's why he spread his legs and let somebody take a picture of him. Because it's a stunning event.
Because the guy...
Yeah, you would definitely know.
That's what the guy on the show had last night, but only one came out. All that came out at once?
It's a pile of these worms all over his balls.
And they're alive, too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when they come out,
I can't.
They're moving, right? Like, could you keep them as pets and feed them like lettuce or avocado? Like, could you keep them? Could they live outside of your body?
Oh, fuck.
Wow! Huh?
Oh, there's blood on them.
I'm sorry.
Probably keep them in, like outhouse water or something.
You could keep them in, like, if you shit into a bucket and
Like
threw
a
them in
bucket
there.
of shit. That's the only thing I can think of.
A bucket of shit.
You could keep those as pets.
I think you could.
If you wanted to.
So that's a horror movie right there. Just a fucking guy who shit out like 90 worms.
I can't fucking deal with this.
Wow.
Oh, thank
Now,
you.
that may have been a picture after the person had been treated with medication to kill them, and then you just shit them all out at once. Now, that may be what that is.
I just tweeted the spaghetti picture for everybody.
The good boy.
Hey, can I get the other one for everyone too, Danny? The fucking maggot thing. Freeze frame on the video.
Head maggot?
Yeah, freeze frame. They're asking for that too.
God, and you can get that. You can get that for no reason. Nothing. Right?
Yep.
Just nothing. Just sitting by your
eating
pool.
contaminated food and stuff. And this is the thing that scares me is that, like, tapeworms, okay, that if you eat the fish, you get this thing called cysticercosis, and it causes disease in one person. But then if you have a tapeworm and you shit out the tapeworm eggs onto, say, a lettuce field because you happen to be out harvesting lettuce for $1 an hour.
I don't like that you're saying that like that happens all the time.
And then it gets into the food supply. If you eat those eggs, then you will get the parasite. And you'll get a big old tapeworm. So, I'm definitely an advocate of washing your food wherever.
No shit, right?
Absolutely.
Wash everything constantly. Keep washing. I'm OCD now. I'm officially washing guy
Get him
OCD.
some fucking get him some soap. What?
I need.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, something just popped in. Another Mel Gibson voicemail. Yeah, you need some soap right now.
Wow! 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 No way! No way,
what?
Danny.
What?
That's no. You're out of your mind, brother. That's not. What is that? Oh, they're attached to something.
They're pulling it out of his colon, his intestines.
Oh my God! Ah! What is that? What is that?
They laid a guy open. They're like pulling his intestines out and squeezing these worms out of it.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. They're like space food. They're using his intestines like space food.
Hand sanitizer.
No, I don't want to touch anything right now. I'm just afraid. I'm afraid. I don't want this. I don't want to ever get that.
I just want to go live in a bubble like John Travolta.
Dr. Steve, if I stay in my house and then just like never come out, will I ever get that?
Well, this is the one plus side to the overly processed diet that we have is it's unlikely you'll get a parasite from it.
Oh, that's good news.
Yeah.
So what is the most common thing in America that we get?
Pinworms.
What is that?
Pinworms.
Pinworms are the most common of that kind of parasite that we're talking about. That sort of nasty thing. They come out at night. They're little tiny worms, and kids get them. They pass them back and forth in school.
Fucking kids.
And you have to take a piece of tape and stick it on the kid's anus, and then put it under the microscope and look and see if he's got these.
And what's wrong with that? What if you do that anyways?
And what do you got to yank it off real fast and giggle?
see his asshole fucking mark on the tape like a fingerprint, like you just solved a kitty crime.
Yeah, so
God,
those
Danny.
things come out at night. They're little worms, and they just cause itchy butt. The kids just itch. But I believe that's the most common of the.
What about ringworm?
Now, ringworm's actually a fungus, not a worm.
Oh, that's easy.
It is.
Yeah, it's just a ring around your skin.
We can handle that one, right?
Yeah,
Danny Freeze framed that one video so perfect. The removal of the maggot. I just tweeted that fucking shot. Opie Radio on Twitter. Yeah, the pus like kind of dripping out of the hole after
It's
he
green.
pulled the maggot.
It's fucking green.
But that's its food. That's its shit
Perfect.
of food, right?
And it's also pus that is turned green.
What is that?
Why is it turning green, Dr. Steve?
Some of that's the body's reaction to this foreign.
Oh, it's like an
body.
infection, probably. A little infection action.
Yeah, so you get a lot of white blood cells in there to try to fight this stupid fly larva off, and they just can't do it. So you get pus, and you get fly larva, and inflammation.
What makes pus turn green?
It depends. Now there are certain bacteria can turn pus green. There's a thing called.
Pus is the worst.
Shit, I can't think of the name of it right now. But
pus
there's
is the
turns
worst.
it green.
Pus
turns
is
it
a
light
horrible
green.
word.
It's a terrible
What do you
name.
think? Pus is the worst fluid that could come out of your body.
Even the
Pus?
word is
Yes.
perfect for that shit. Pus.
But you add a Y to it, and it's a lovely word.
It's true.
Pussy.
Yes, Dr. Steve?
Persons will say this wound is pussy, or this guy had a pussy wound on his side, and the transcriptionists have a hell of a time trying to figure out how to spell
Oh,
that.
pussy. Yeah. Oh, you wacky doctors.
I know.
Oh, Dr. Steve. My God. It's just always
So
frightening.
pinworms would make your asshole itchy. Can adults get
Yeah,
those?
real itchy, just real itchy.
So if your asshole itches all the time, it could be pinworms.
Yeah, yes, but it's mostly at night. And the weird thing is how in the hell do these things that are living in your asshole know it's night? Isn't it always night in there? But they only come out
On some people.
How do they know? It's Dr. Steve Seinfeld. How do they know it's nighttime?
Unless you're walking around with your asshole open.
Yeah, they wouldn't know. How do the pinworms know that it's nighttime? Kramer!
What if I'm reading next to a lamp at night? Fuck. Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
So you put tape on your asshole?
Do I?
No, not you. Like if you wanted to kill pinworms.
Have you?
Oh, okay.
No, that's how they test for it.
Oh.
You do that to diagnose it, not to kill them.
How do you kill the pinworm?
You take one dose of a medication and it kills them all.
That's easy.
Come delivered at least 8 inches into the rectum.
Have you ever
AIDS
removed?
cum.
Have you ever removed a maggot, Dr. Steve?
No, I have seen wounds that are infested with maggots. I had a homeless guy that, and everybody's seen this, where you get the guy that hasn't been taking care of himself, has a wound on his leg. They, did you hang up on me?
No, we're here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We get to hear the other side of that now, Ed.
He has reason to be paranoid. So that's what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
how many
when
times
we
have
do
you
hang
said
up
that
on
to
you?
yourself that
You
no one
hang
heard?
up on me.
Oh, fuck. That's classic.
You open up the gauze and there's just this wound infested with maggots.
Yeah, but don't they use maggots in some hospitals now to actually clean the wound? Because they eat all the...
1800s.
Sterile
No, they do it
maggots
now.
have been used up until recently to clean really dirty wounds, and I think there's still some places where they still use them.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because it eats all the dead skin, right?
Yeah, it makes a beautiful wound. I mean, these guys that come in with the maggot-infested wounds, it's usually very clean. Because the maggots, they have hearty appetites.
Thank God for the maggot. Oh.
Exactly.
And the faggot.
How about you just clean your fucking wound out? Oh, God.
Or that.
Yeah, or your ass.
Dan, could you... fuck, why am I going with the listener suggestion? Haven't we learned?
Yeah, I know, right?
Let me write this down just in case for Danny.
God damn.
Oh, God, I can't take it. I'm freaked
maybe
out.
you did this one. I don't
So
know.
we don't have to worry about bullshit, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
It's probably the
live in a
same
civilized
thing, but different
country.
video.
All right.
So if you go out of the country, that's when you get fucked
So you
up.
should just stay in the country.
Yeah, don't leave.
What about Canada?
There are things, just don't drink water and don't eat vegetables that are raw, that haven't been washed thoroughly, and even then I would still not eat raw vegetables in certain countries.
Can you get anything from like licking a girl's asshole?
Yeah, I mean, if she's got something that can be transmitted fecal orally, sure. You can get hepatitis
I can't look at
A.
it. Oh, God.
What is that?
Did you see that?
No, I didn't see anything.
This is more bot fly stuff.
Bobby, look at this.
Bot flies. Oh,
Look at this,
it's
Bobby.
terrible. It's the worst.
They come out to breathe. You remove them with tweezers.
That's so fucking
What
crazy.
follows is the removal of 3 human botfly larvae.
Human?
Oh, my God. The first of 3. There's... All right, they're taking the tape off, I guess.
Well, you have to suffocate it.
Yeah, because you
That's
got
crazy. There's one. There's one. There's one.
I can't.
Oh, that's a little one.
I can't watch this. No, this is worse than The Ring. I'm afraid.
Oh!
Oh, God
Oh,
damn
did
it.
you see that hole? That one's fucking full.
I can't watch this. I'm tapping. Tapping out.
You can
tapping.
watch this.
Nope, I can't. I'm not even going to watch it anymore.
Here comes number 2.
Not watching.
That's huge.
Heads down.
That's fucking huge.
Brim of hat hiding television.
If I'm watching it,
Thank
you
you.
should watch it.
I'm just going to look at Martha's tits here.
Oh, my God.
Pal
Oh,
talk.
look at
the
that.
hole it leaves. Jesus.
That's a big hole. Oh, another one's coming out.
Hey, Dr. Steve, we got a guy on the line, Greg from
Beautiful.
D.C. Can't get to him right now, but let me pass this question on to you, sir.
Yeah, man.
Is there a parasite that crawls up your dick hole?
Yes. In the Amazon.
Please.
In the Amazon.
In the
Please,
Amazon,
Jesus.
in the water.
Make him
There's
say
a
no.
fish that crawls up your dick hole.
Yeah.
A fish?
Remember, we talked about that before. What it does is if you're in the, and I think it is the Amazon.
It is.
If you urinate while you're in the water, this thing follows the chemical trail back up into your penis. And the thing about it is you know how fish are, if you stroke them one way, they're smooth, and if you stroke them the other way, their fins stick up.
Right.
So if the thing goes in, it can go in, but it can't come
Can't
back
come
out.
out.
Again.
Oh, my
And, that
God.
has to be surgically removed.
Your dick turns into like a roach motel.
Yeah, what does it do to your dick before you get it removed?
Well, first off, it's a fish, and it's lodged in your dick, and then it dies, so it starts to rot immediately. And the barbs from its fins, that are now pointing the wrong way, start to cut into the urethra, the tube going through your cock hole, your cock. So it's just a lovely situation.
Well, I bet you it
pretty
doesn't.
much ruins your dick.
I bet you it doesn't hurt to pee at all. I'm sure there's no burning feeling when you're peeing, having a dead fish in your fucking pee hole, ripping into your urethra.
My dick smells like that anyways. Dead fish. I actually said the joke and then I explained it.
Yeah, dead fish.
I went, I'm a fucking, ugh.
Do we have any more
Dead
questions for
fish.
Dr. Steve today?
No.
Hey, Dr. Steve, have you ever fucked up because of the show while you're with a regular patient and just said cockhole? So what happens is it goes in your cockhole. Shit. Fuck.
No,
Dr. Steve's a
for some
professional.
reason there is that sort of wall that goes up, and it's just, I've never had that problem.
It's called being a professional, yes.
I your radio show name is Perfect Weird Medicine, and we got one of these questions coming in. Is it true, Jeremy in Canada, some countries tie strings to gerbils' tails and put them in your ass to eat the parasites?
Stop it.
That's ridiculous.
Now you're being silly.
That's from Dr. Richard Gere. He prescribes that one. He'll never live that down, even though it never happened.
All right, I guess
There is pictures of the penis fish on Google. By the way.
Is it called?
the Candiru? Candiru.
Candiru.
We can't remember that word, so
I can't look anymore. I'm getting all freaked out.
There's fucking great white sharks off of Cape Cod now. That's great.
So?
Fuck, what? So?
Water's too cold to swim anyway.
In Cape Cod?
Cape Cod, the water sucks. It's fucking ice cold half the time.
I grew up there, so I can jump in. It doesn't bother me. But I'm not fucking swimming there
Go
anymore.
for you.
You're not going to get bit by a shark. Don't worry about it.
Really?
You'll be. Yeah, really.
Really?
Yes. How many people get bitten by sharks?
Is that
the
it?
fuck is that?
That's not it. That's fucking.
I'm only
that's-
going.
that looks. That's great.
Cockfish.
A Google penis fish.
I am not leaving anywhere. I am going home. I'm going to my pool. I'm putting so much chlorine in my pool. I'm going to come out looking like Johnny Winter. I'm not fucking touching anything.
Let's ruin Anthony's pool for him. What's in his pool right now, Dr. Steve? What could possibly be in his
It's
pool
crystally clean, and every week the guy comes and checks the chemicals, and it's got a
Really,
great
the
salt.
worst thing is like water mold. I've never heard of any.
Yeah, but can't those little mosquitoes die on the top, the microscopic mosquito, and then when you go in,
What
they
do
go
I
in
got,
your
a
mouth?
pond? What the fuck do you think I got? Here, stagnant water? I got a waterfall, motherfucker.
It's a 5-gallon pail of fucking stagnant water.
Yeah. What is it, inside of a tire?
It's actually rainwater.
Inside of a tire.
Inside of a tire.
That's beautiful. Dr. Steve, we got to go.
Okay.
Yes, Dr. Steve, thank you so much.
I think the big show's coming up very soon.
Yes.
This Saturday night.
Yep. Weird Medicine with Dr. Steve.
All right, boys.
All right, man. Wow. Thank you, Bobby, for bringing that to the show.
God, was that
Monsters
just an
Inside or
awful-
something like
It's
that?
the worst.
On Animal Planet?
My
A show I definitely will not
stomach
be
feels
checking
all
out.
funny now.
I freak out at
Like,
everything.
I feel like I got worms in me
you
now.
probably do, dude. You probably
No.
ate something.
No, I don't. I just had some turkey. They have turkey.
Yeah, they have
turkey
stuff from
worms.
turkey.
Yeah,
man.
what's
Yeah,
in
turkey
turkey
worms.
Turkey worm? What's in
What if you
turkey?
had some bad turkey?
The
What's
turkey
in turkey,
worm.
man?
Oh, you shit out giblets.
Giblets.
I don't want to shit giblets.
Your ball
And a
sack
turkey
looks like a turkey neck.
Yeah, I feel something slapping my thighs. I reach back and it's the turkey neck.
And then when you blow a load, it goes. Whoa.
Yeah, it's that red thing that hangs below their fucking bill that looks like balls just hanging out of my asshole.
What is that called?
It's called the red thing that
The
hangs under
root?
their
The root? What is it?
beak.
Listen, Bob Kelly's going to be at the Helium Comedy Club in Philly tonight. 2 shows tomorrow, 2 shows Saturday. HeliumComedy.com. Bobby hasn't been down there in a while, so go see Bobby. Support Bob Kelly, please. Please do that.
Yes.
For us and for Bob Kelly. And when we get back, Anthony, another voicemail from Mel Gibson. But
Thank God.
this whole story might have a happy ending because he tries to make good in his final voicemail.
Oh, wow. That's nice. That's sweet of him.
And we'll play that next. But first, Rich Voss talking to Mel Gibson.
You gotta hear this. Look, shoot me later, but hear this now. You're listening to the Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus Sirius XM.
Hey, man. Thanks for checking us out today. We got another Mel Gibson audio clip.
Yeah, what does it say? Voicemail, or is it him talking to her?
I don't know. We're going to listen to it cold.
Ooh, nice.
I guess we got to give a plug to Radar Online
Yeah.
for bringing all this goodness to the world.
Yeah, they're the ones that have
They got a gold mine with this stuff.
supplying these.
They knew it, too. I'm sure they got all this material at once and then decided, let's just give them a little piece every day.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the final voicemail, though. This could be the end. This could be it, Anthony.
Oh, no.
You think this is it, or is there more audio?
I hope there's more. Oh.
Bobo's on the line.
Oh.
Hey, Bobo, you want to talk about Mr. Maloonigans?
Yeah, that's right. People were wondering what was with that name. It was a name my sister thought of because she said the dog looked like an Irish man, and the dog kind of had an Irish sounding name, kind of.
Okay, thanks. Mel Gibson, Anthony.
Yes.
Voicemail, the final voicemail where he tries to make good.
Tries to make good after all that.
After all that, he left this voicemail that we're about to hear.
Hi, I'm just calling to check on your status, the status of Puppy, the baby, and I want to talk reasonably about schedules and how we haven't got a voice left, how we go further. Just reasonably. There's no passion left anyway, so I don't need to get mad. I figured that out. Doesn't matter enough. I just, want to do the right thing now so everybody's comfortable. All right? Okay, bye.
Wait. After all we've listened to.
Who the fuck does he sound like? It's driving me nuts.
A lunatic.
A lunatic, of course.
After all we've been
he goes,
listening to.
I don't have any voice. Of course he doesn't have any
He's
voice
been
left.
screaming cunt at her the entire time.
It actually sounds like our old boss in Boston trying to negotiate with us. Boys. Hi.
Boys. Give me a call.
We'll talk about schedules, boys.
Just want to make things right.
So now he just wants to make things right because the passion's gone.
I just fuck it. Just fuck it. He does sound beaten. Yeah, he sounds like kind of
I
a
don't think he
beaten
sounds
man there.
beaten. I think he just sounds exhausted.
Exhausted from just screaming.
He's dehydrated from yelling so much.
You listen to the first recording, and he was just screaming, cunt, and then now.
Now he's just high.
He needs electrolytes.
I've had it. Just want to make things good.
Because I've lost the passion.
Passion.
Poor Mel.
He'll be fine.
Some people are saying this is the first tape.
Yeah.
It started with this.
Oh, it started with that and then just escalated?
Yeah, but they released them backwards.
Backwards.
What do you think of the Mel Gibson thing, Bobby?
I've been there, man. You can't, any guy, you can't fucking listen to that and be like, I know exactly what the fuck he's talking about.
Complete
I mean,
rage.
even if you didn't do it out loud, you've done it in your head.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I
think a lot of people have done it out loud, though.
Yeah.
I believe that.
There's some guys that don't, like, fucking anger to them is like a fucking punchline, but, you know, some guys it's fucking jail. Like, you know, like, anger to me, I'm fucking going to jail. I have to control my anger because I will wind up in fucking jail.
Really? You're that bad?
Yeah. You've never envisioned just fucking slicing somebody's throat with a broken CD?
No, Bobby, I haven't.
Oh, anyways, not me. No, I haven't either.
Nice talking to you.
I've dreamed about getting a ninja outfit and just stalking people, jumping out of a fucking tree and throwing a star at their forehead.
Jesus.
Someone would have to really do something bad to, like, family and shit like that to get me to the point of where I'm that angry. I get pissed, but not that Mel Gibson pissed.
Well,
or OJ pissed.
I'm not. You can tell I'm not a tough guy because I get that angry. Real tough guys don't get angry
They
like
just
that.
act.
Oh, they'll just grab you by the neck.
That's true.
Yeah.
Choke you.
Oh yeah. Real
think you're
tough.
right.
Yeah. I'm not. I bark. Guys who aren't tough just fucking, oh, fucking kid, fucking asshole, let's go.
Yeah.
And they just bump chests. But a real tough guy just smiles and then grabs you by the neck and twists your head off and shits on your cheek and then leaves.
There's no build-up.
There's no build-up.
He just does it.
Yeah, like Joe Rogan, you could tell is a real tough guy.
He doesn't build it.
No,
he doesn't rip his
soft-spoken.
shirt off and go, let's go. He just does
He
it.
just doesn't blink when he stares at you. Like when he did that Carlos Mencia stuff when he went on stage and Carlos was egging him on, calling him a bitch. He was just looking at him like, oh, what? Okay. Like smiling. Like if that was me, I would have gotten. You could tell Carlos isn't a tough guy because he was screaming and yelling and getting crazy. If it was me and Carlos, it would have just been two yelling fucking fatzos.
And Rogan knows he just looks over and goes, I could just kill you right now. It
Oh,
doesn't
it's
matter.
just the fucking the ultimate alpha male.
He doesn't. He looks and goes, yeah, what? What?
Yeah, he'd be the leader. I'd be the guy that's just like foraged for shit, like berries.
You're the guy that's laying down on your side and he's sitting on you to prove that he's the alpha
When
male.
he comes in, I have to become a chair.
Yeah, you gotta like lay down on your side and he sits on you and then growls at you a little and then gets up so you know your place.
Norton's the table. I'm gonna put a fucking half a wild boar on your fucking head. Hold this for me. Yeah, he's. I've been there, dude. I fucking yelled. You never fucking. I remember I got into a fight with my wife. You ever get into a fucking argument and pull that alpha male shit and then fuck up like you do? Like you. I slammed the cabinet too hard, and the wine rack was on the other side, hanging on the wall, with 4 bottles of wine and glasses that her father gave her. And I slammed it, and then in an instant, it just fell off, and all 4 bottles of wine and every glass just went smash. It was the most amazing, dramatic sound I've ever heard.
Yeah, huge glass breaking, a little liquid.
Tears welled up immediately because she looked at her. She went, "Those are my father's glasses." And I was like,
shit.
"Oh fuck!"
Takes you right out of it.
I was right too. I had the upper hand. It's
Did
just
you
my.
yell,
But
now
you blew
clean it up! You guinea bread!
But you blew it.
Yeah.
Hey, we should get Sam in here. There's something going on around
Sam
here.
hates. We were just in the elevator
is.
together.
Yeah.
He hates Friendly Bob.
Oh, I hate Friendly Bob too. In
What's
the
wrong
elevator.
with Friendly Bob?
I don't know why.
So embarrassing.
I like Friendly Bob.
It's embarrassing to be around Friendly Bob. Come on,
We go on an elevator
I
and Bobby gets to know the people in the elevator with him. What's wrong with that?
too. He's so hi. I'm Bob. What's your name? And the girl's like, Christine. She'll say something, and be like, "Hi, Christine. What do you do? What do you do?" I work on one of the floors here. We're a financial operation. Oh, great! You go to school for that? And I'm just looking, going, and they really don't want to be bothered, but they feel compelled that they got to talk because he's being so friendly. He's Friendly Bob.
Yeah, but I don't understand the fucking craziness is that. That's like friendly, nice behavior, but that makes everybody uncomfortable.
And it's uncomfortable in an elevator. It's like you're trying to pick them up.
But what sucks?
No one's friendly on a fucking a vertical trip that is measured in feet. You can't really get a relationship going.
I just fucking hung out with Ed. Ed's a nice guy.
You guys were in the elevator together. The problem is there's no punchline either to the
No.
bit. That's what's really weird about it.
It's very uncomfortable.
It's just a friendly conversation.
It's great though. I love it.
Ed was great, right?
Ed was
we talked elevators, how Fox has better elevators because it tells you what elevator to go to.
But Ed was into it. Like Ed was like,
was into
I'm
a
having a conversation about elevators right now with a guy on an elevator, and this is like an entertaining part of the day for me.
Ironic.
Oh my God,
Poor
Ed.
Friend.
Ed is just going to work. He's just, he works in an office. He's got a tie on or whatever, and that's probably.
He had a big bag of loneliness that he just got from some deli.
That's the most entertaining. The most entertaining conversation he'll have all day.
Just 2 fucking sandwiches and a donut.
Talking to Bob about the elevators. Now at Fox, they show you what elevator you're supposed to go to, and then he went, "Yeah, at least that way you know where the hell you're going, huh?"
I know. That's
Friendly Bob was all about it. Yeah.
Gotta film that shit. What do you got in your hand, Sam?
This is just extra evidence in case we need it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Sam's been doing some PI shit around here, Ant.
Yeah, I know. He's got.
How do we set this up?
What do you got? You've been doing some investigative journalism.
That's right. I'm glad you referred to it that way instead of what you said before.
Oh, what? Being a nosy prick?
Yeah, keeping my shit in everybody else's
and everyone
shit.
else's shit. But
oh, you heard that? Oops.
You know what it is? He's like a cub reporter. He heard something. He heard something, some rumbling, some rumor, innuendo, and went out and got the truth.
He's like the show Faggot Inside. He just goes and crawls in you and finds out all kinds of
Oh,
shit.
he really is.
Yeah. I don't understand.
I don't like that fucking shirt either.
You'll be wearing it in about 2 months.
Is he behind in fashion? Is
That's
what
right.
You're saying? Yeah.
He shouted out on Twitter that Levi's were in style about 6 months after that came out.
Oh.
Levi's are back in style.
I told you that. I know that, but that was a while ago before you twittered it.
I'm talking for straight men.
So am I.
You're not straight.
Neither are you.
Yeah, not when it comes to you.
Sam goes, neither are you.
Not when it comes to you.
All right,
You're wearing a fucking twink picnic table shirt. How
You
can
like
you?
it?
Of course I do. Look at it. Little thin hips.
Just uncomfortable.
I love the way you lean on one, you little
That
thin
is a
ass
little
cheeks.
fucking going out on a picnic.
He has his
yeah.
look at the way he rolls his sleeves up like a little fucking.
Did your mommy do that for you?
No, I don't live with my mommy. I put her on this morning by myself.
She does your laundry, though.
She does. Yeah, she washed it.
Your mom does your laundry?
Yes.
He's trying to sound mature, like, no, I do that. Oh, but your mommy washed it.
And she washed it.
Why does your mother do your laundry?
Because, like, we'll go over to my mom's house for dinner, like, maybe once a week, and bring the laundry. And go pick it up.
Why don't you get your eyebrows fucking dental flossed? Those Indian people. Why don't you
threaded? You mean?
Yeah, threaded. Why don't you clean
I'm not
those
gonna
up?
get my eyebrows threaded.
Why not?
It's effeminate.
I want those cleaned up.
I don't want to clean them
I
up.
want them cleaned up.
They're masculine.
No, I want
They're very bushy.
I have a strong brow.
You do.
And that's a character building trait.
So
yes.
did the Neanderthal man.
Dude,
It's not really
can we
character
shave your
building.
You have the same brow
No.
as John Travolta in Battlefield Earth.
We gotta shave his
Really?
eyebrows.
Fucking
We have
Klingon.
to. How much would it cost for us
Oh,
to shave
wow.
your eyebrows?
Look,
Let's at least discuss it a little bit.
let's discuss
Do you
what's
have a
happened
number
so far.
Because they're so fucking bushy. Can
Not
you imagine it without eyebrows?
How about this? Not even just shave them, but but really thin, like a.
Here's the problem with the whole with the whole idea. You
Like, but
guys
have one going up, like he just solved the crime.
Here's what goes wrong with this: that you're very enthusiastic about it
asking.
now. You're very enthusiastic about it now.
Yeah.
Just like you were when you said, "Hey, Sam, why don't you grow your hair?" And you and Danny have a contest, and then 2 years later you realize Danny and me are still growing our hair, and everybody's forgotten. Or when you said,
But
"Hey,
you could have cut in your hair by now.
hey, Sam,
When was
why
the
don't
last time you cut your hair at this point?
It was when the contest was first brought up.
I don't remember the contest.
It was
anymore.
probably
2 years, 2.5 years.
I think this
3 years in December.
Yeah, 3 years in December. It was right before Christmas break.
Holy
And I think
shit.
I'd gone 2 months before that, so it'll be 3 years.
Yeah,
you haven't
I
cut your
had
hair
2
in
months.
2.5
Seeing
years.
if you're going bald.
I'm not going bald. I have.
Is he from pulling it back?
Yeah,
That's
he's
what
gonna, if he
happens.
goes bald, he's going to look like Larry from Three Stooges.
Oh, God.
No, I'm very sensitive about
I'm
that.
warning you.
I check the hairline in different pictures to make sure
everything's okay.
remaining
really?
constant. It
If
has
you
remained
bald with those
constant.
bushy eyebrows, that's gonna be a hell of a look.
Well, I mean, then
That's gonna be a
comb
hell of
those
a
back.
look. Oh my
You
God.
can actually use your eyebrows as a donor. Fucking,
Yeah, he'll just do a comb over right over his forehead.
be fucking awesome.
But Sam is here for another reason. You did some investigating, so set this up here.
well, we have an intern that we've met. We've met some of the interns, and one was
Wait, this guy's gonna be able to prepare? Is he listening right now?
probably not. He's a terrible intern.
Is he really?
He's awful. He didn't show up today till 8:30.
Okay.
Ugh.
But yeah, he. Well, let's just play. You know what? Play the first clip. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll go right
All
to
right.
a clip.
I think you'll
All right.
recognize.
I'm intrigued.
Steve, Queens, German Fez.
Hey, what's up, Fez? Congratulations on your win. Yeah, see, you said about the Fez haters. The Fez haters aren't around because they all fucking dropped out of AIDS already.
Good one. Perfect. Get it, Fez?
I don't know if that was sticking up for me or not.
Wow, Ronnie didn't know what to do with that call, and I don't blame him.
It was a terrible
We've
call.
had a few of those calls ourselves. It was
Now-
a horrible call, is what you're getting at.
I just don't understand what that has to do with anything. All right, Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, it's a
Bad
great show.
call.
And a guy named Steve from Queens calls in. So
Yeah.
Well, the problem is Steve from Queens has a very similar voice
to Brian in Brooklyn.
Brian from. Yeah, well, I mean, why don't we play Brian from Brooklyn's call?
Let's go over here to Brian in Brooklyn. You're on Fez.
Hey, Fez, listen, man. I heard that guy, that asshole that told you to resign and all that shit. Listen, man, you got to keep your head up because you know what? When I was really depressed and I wanted to do horrible things to myself, listening to you really cheered me up, man. So I don't want to see you upset or anything. That really bothers me.
When did we turn into a children's show? What is happening, Hicks? It's like it's fucking Ron and Happy the Clown doing a show here.
Nah, Fez is the best, though, man.
How old are you, Brian?
Me, I'm 19.
Your balls haven't dropped yet.
Very good.
So Brian and Steve sound very similar to each other.
Brian and Steve were the callers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that was Brian in Brooklyn, and of course,
Steve, Queens, German Fez.
Hey, what's up, Fez? Congratulations on your win. Yeah.
it's the same guy.
It's the same
from
guy.
with
Queens
two different
again,
names.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Steve from Queens and Brian in Brooklyn are the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah.
So
The crazy thing is
yeah,
that we also have caller ID,
yeah.
and they had the same phone number as well.
Wow. You are looking into things.
And the even crazier thing is, if you listen closely to their voice, it sounds like somebody that we've had on this show before.
Really?
That's right.
Now, who the fuck could that be?
Well, I mean, we talk about interns. It's not intern David.
No.
You know, it doesn't sound anything like him. He's got a very distinct voice.
Of course.
It's not Love Buzz. Love Buzz can barely string together a sentence.
I know, he's retarded.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But who it does sound like is somebody who went through a lie detector test not too long ago.
Yes, yes.
Who insisted he doesn't lie, even though it seemed like he lied.
Right.
That would be Derek the intern.
Derek the intern.
The intern.
The
Yes.
racist lying intern, Derek.
Well, where is he?
Is now calling Ron and Fez as different people.
Now, what the fuck is he doing that for?
I don't know, especially ruining Ron and Fez's great show and
Yes.
treating them like fools by lying to them and humiliating
lying.
them.
And also making Fez feel like he's got some support out there.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's the negative part. I was bringing up the
But
You
I
know?
mean, Fez is probably holding on to what Steve from Queens and Brian in Brooklyn are saying. It's the same guy, which means it's less people that are supporting Fez. And then it turns out he probably doesn't even support Fez. He's just,
he's just trying to.
He
call
knows
in.
that's a way to get on the Ron and Fez show.
Now,
how you doing? Hi. Why don't you step up to the mic?
Stand right next to the mic.
Step up to the mic. Just make believe it's a phone. Go ahead and just say
Ron and Fez or something.
Hi, I'm. Just pick a random name and place. Where
But
do you
Night
think?
Stalker.
Maybe Brian in Brooklyn?
Say you're like, hi, this is Brian from Brooklyn.
Hi, this is Brian from Brooklyn.
Let's go over here to Brian in Brooklyn. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fez, listen, man.
Try that one.
Say, hey, Fez, listen, man. Get a little enthusiasm.
Hey, Fez, what's going on, man?
No, it's not how
It's
you
not the
said
quote.
Hey, Fez, listen, man.
Say that.
Say, hey, Fez, listen, man.
Hey, Fez, listen, man.
Listen, man.
You work at a helium factory?
Yeah. Look.
So is your real name Derek, first of all? I don't even know at this point. Okay. So your name is
he
Derek.
goes, yeah, like we're supposed to
Oh,
believe
I'm
it.
sorry.
Of course.
Sorry that we don't believe you.
You've never told a lie, right? Right?
No. Yeah.
Oh.
No, yeah.
No, yeah, well.
Whichever one is a lie, pick that one.
No, yeah.
But he's kind of, telling the truth in there somewhere.
Now, what the fuck is this?
The fuck is what?
What's with the calls to Ron and Fez?
Was that you or no?
No, it was me. I'm not gonna lie and say it wasn't.
Oh, you lie about the name.
Yeah, because I called up once and I actually used my real name and somebody said, "Oh, Spy Report. Oh, that was the intern," and I just.
Now, the weird thing is that yesterday, Joe, the intern, asked him, when was the last time you called Ron and Fez?
Uh-huh.
And he said, the beginning of my internship.
All right.
The calls we just heard were from last week.
So, a lie.
Oh, no. It wasn't a lie. I just really forgot that I called. It was just like on the phone.
You called twice in one day.
You forgot you called Ron and Fez.
That is about 2 calls from one show.
Both those calls are from one Ron and Fez show?
And that show spanned 4 hours, one
4
day.
hours.
Yes.
So you changed your name hoping they wouldn't notice so you could get back on the Ron and Fez show?
No, yeah.
No,
yeah. He's a fan of the no, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Answer.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no.
And did you tell the other intern that you hadn't called Ron and Fez since the beginning of your internship?
It's none of their business when I call.
Did you tell? But no.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
so
I want to make that into a T-shirt. No.
Yeah,
no.
So you lied to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you lied to the interns.
And you lied to Ron and Fez.
Yeah.
And you don't really support Fez. It was just a way
No,
to get
I
on
really
the
do.
show.
I think that he really is a good broadcaster. I like Fez.
Here's the other problem. He has called in Ron and Fez multiple times and not gotten on the air.
Right.
I talked to Ron and Fez's producer extraordinaire, Chris Stanley, who, again, since there's caller ID, they know when you're calling in.
Mm-hmm.
So did you forget that you called in, or have you called more than those 2 times?
No, I've called more than those 2 times. Probably.
Hey, we're getting more info, too, by the way. We got the great Coke Logic. His latest animation is on his YouTube channel.
I love Coke
Passion
Logic.
of the Popeye or Popeye of the Passion or whatever. Passion of the Popeye, I guess. YouTube.com/Coke Logic. What do you got, Coke Logic?
Thanks, Coke. Well, last time Ant did a live from the compound, you might go back and listen, and Derek was a caller.
Was he? Did he use his real name?
I don't think he asked for a name, but he's definitely a serial callist.
Oh, did you ever call the live from the compound?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Did you tell me it was you?
Yeah, I said it was me.
Did I know it was you, the intern? You?
I don't think so.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You like calling radio shows.
And it
podcasts.
It does get a little more creepy than just consistently calling Ron and Fez with different names. We all, New Girl, their female intern.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
We've all noticed her.
A lot of fans of New Girl.
Very
Yeah.
attractive. Sure. Everybody likes her.
Derek is actually apparently a fan of New Girl as well.
Oh, really?
Because last time they had her on the air, his call didn't get on air, but he did call up, and the intent was for him to go on the air and under an alias, not telling them that he was an O&A intern. And do you remember what your suggestion was?
I didn't suggest for me. I said Love Buzz.
No, your suggestion was you should make new girl date one of the O&A interns.
Now that wow.
What name did he use that day?
I don't know. What name did you use? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
It was a fake name though, right, Derek?
No, it wasn't my real name.
Yeah.
Now,
all the
why-
lies just.
Why, if you weren't trying to deceive, would you use a fake name and place? Isn't deception?
Take that. Seriously.
I-
From me, dude. Just remember I gave it to you. Because when this fucking serial killer takes all you psychos out, just remember I gave you $5 for a cup of coffee. I'm your friend.
You
What
think
is he
just
gonna do?
$5 is going to save you from a fucking?
Yeah.
What's
Yep,
just
I do.
$5?
He'll remember that.
What's he gonna do?
Dude, I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's fucking hasn't blinked and he keeps closing his eyes. This kid is a fucking
Is he a problem?
This kid not
Is he a
he's
problem?
This kid will hide in a bush. This kid he's looking at you, Sam, too.
I know.
This kid's looking at you and he's thinking of shit. That did you see him just close his eyes and fantasize about fucking your dead skull?
I didn't realize that's
Look
what
at
the
him! Look at
fantasy
he's
was.
laughing. Look at him, he's loving it.
It's a cute laugh though, Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby can sniff this shit out. So
Oh, he is
He's a problem?
Fucking he is fucking nuts. Put that $5 in your pocket, kid. Me and you are friends. Get yourself a Snickers bar and a cup of coffee.
How about you give him 20?
Nah, I'm not giving him 20. I'll fucking die.
Then you don't think
can't.
much of your life. Fuck, you beat me to it. Continue, Sam.
Yeah, so he's trying to get Ron and Fez to convince New Girl to date one of the O&A interns. Do you remember Harry T, Anthony? You were a fan of Harry T.
Oh, Harry T was
I don't know who
great.
Harry T is.
Harry T was he was in my intern class, as a matter of fact, way back when, and ended
He
up
interned for us?
Yes, and
His
he
classes for doing nothing.
no, some of us do things, but he ended up as a Ron and Fez producer. But while he was interning, he's the one who feedbacked into the show under an alias that you guys should play a bit that he had made.
All right, I remember that.
I think that Derek is going dangerously close to Harry T territory.
What does Love Buzz think? Is Love Buzz here today?
Yeah.
Where's Love Buzz? How many times have you called Ron and Fez?
Honestly, wow.
I really don't know.
That means it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Probably.
How many times have you been on?
Not a lot. The few times that I've been on, Ron made fun of my voice and then would hang up on me.
Really?
You guys did the same thing to me, though.
Oh. Does that make you mad?
I know he's called our show.
Okay.
I do know that.
It's just what happens.
It's just weird having an intern go home and then call the show. It's really strange.
his days off. Why aren't you in here then?
Right, just walk in. Love Buzz.
Hey, what's up?
What do you got on this Derek kid?
Derek once threatened my life.
I told you. I fucking told you. He's a nutcase.
Wow.
No offense. Don't get mad. He's a fucking lunatic. You've envisioned fucking smashing people's heads like with a rock.
Yeah.
Well, Love
You
Buzz.
saw True Blood last week and saw them
No, I
bashing the head in and just.
Sucks. No, I don't watch
All right, I don't either. Not anymore.
Fruit. What's
Fruit?
the matter with you, Bobby?
I got a wife. What do you want me to do?
Love Buzz, go ahead. What do you mean he threatened your life?
I hate it.
Soap opera
I was
vampires.
What are you gonna do?
Go ahead.
I was working on something, and Derek,
All
he
right,
comes
you're
up to
lying
me.
now, too.
Yeah, Love Buzz.
Working on something? What are
Yeah,
you
I was
talking
working on
about?
something.
Okay, what was the something?
Can't believe that.
I was pulling live reads. It's nothing interesting.
Why do you have such fucking huge calves and thin ankles?
I don't know.
All right, go ahead.
I was pulling those live reads, and Derek, what he likes to do is he likes to stroke his chin, and he was just staring at me for about 10 minutes, and he finally opens his mouth, and he's like, you know, if I could, I would kill you, and I'll take your spot.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
He would
No, I didn't.
kill you
And take my spot.
and take your spot.
But your spot isn't that great.
The stupidest intern we've ever had. Is
Yeah, I
his
don't know why
spot.
he wants that.
I
You do
never said
agree.
I wanted your spot. I don't watch your
You
spot.
do agree you're stupid, right, Love Buzz?
Yeah, it's fine.
And Derek, you're saying you did not say that.
No, I didn't say that. No,
No, you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, as far as trustworthiness goes, we've experienced that Derek has, believe it or not, lied
There you
a
go.
few times in the past.
There you go. There you go. Look what he looks like.
Ramirez.
Look exactly like him.
Looks like Ramirez.
Look
yeah,
at him.
You do look a lot
Oh, yeah.
like Ramirez.
That
Make
facial.
the Ramirez face right now.
Make that. Turn sideways and make this face right here.
Yeah.
Angry. Yep, that's him. That's fucking him. Yep.
You know,
he's got that facial hair that doesn't connect. He can't make a full beard or a full goatee.
And you remember when one of our interns was interviewing for an internship here, and he put it on Twitter, and you called him out on it, and he stopped?
Yes.
Since then, I don't know if you're aware, but Derek has been Twittering you.
Really?
Derek was Twittering you, and you actually replied, not knowing it was him, about permits for getting weapons.
Yep. Yeah, he's not a psycho. No, I'm not right. I'm not right to give the guy fucking money.
That was our intern, Derek.
Money ain't going to help you, by the way.
You're my friend, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Give him more money, Bobby.
I'm not giving him
You're
anything.
going to give him the money that
My
actually
life is worth $5.
lets him afford weapons is what you're going to do.
What's he going to get, a slingshot?
So you tweet Anthony as fake Twitter names?
No, it was I tweeted with my actual Twitter because somebody asked him about
Do you
it.
think I know fucking your guys' names?
No, I didn't. That's why I thought I would do it because I didn't think he'd recognize it. So.
But you didn't say, hey, this is intern
You
Derek.
said you said you didn't like interns twittering the show, so I didn't do it. I didn't show.
So
my
he knew what he
affiliation.
was doing was bad.
Right. So you didn't
No, but I didn't show like my affiliation or anything that I was affiliated with the show at all.
Why? Because you think I don't like interns twittering me because other people will see it? Or the fact that I just don't want them twittering me?
Both.
No, it's pretty much I don't want them twittering me.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
So he's being deceitful
Yes,
on
yeah, a little more
purpose.
deceitful. You're very deceitful. Yet you're trying to say you're not.
I don't,
you're
I don't try to
very
come off as deceitful, but
You're very sneaky.
Well, you did say you wanted to kill me.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to kill you, but for other reasons.
Was he specific?
What are the other reasons?
You just fucking sometimes are just so annoying.
How?
Look at that face.
Just the way, just sometimes the way you are just annoys me. The way you talk.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You talk. You have such a fucking sunny disposition. It just annoys me.
I'm sorry.
You're,
Look at
you're
this
too
too.
happy all
It's
the
the
time.
new O&A. Look at him go.
Amazing chemistry.
Yeah, they're doing a regular who's on first.
It's unbelievable.
Look at him with his hands in his pocket trying to control them.
Yeah.
You want to strangle something, don't
He
you?
is having a hard time.
Do you want to strangle me, Derek?
Oh, why the hell not?
Do it.
Ooh.
I would do it.
Oh, he just called you a pussy.
I did.
Wow. Twice.
This is coming from that's coming from you.
Microphone.
That's coming from you, Love Buzz.
Strangle me.
Okay.
Strangle
I don't know what's
me.
going on anymore. I don't either. The whole segment just fell apart. It's just really weird.
Look at him. His lip's quivering, man. His lip is fucking quivering, dude. That's a fucking telltale.
His lies are falling down around
know,
him like
yeah.
a house of cards.
No, that's right before Dexter fucking sticks the knife in right through the fucking saran wrap.
What
happened to you, Derek, growing up? Besides the racial shit.
How many squirrels did you fucking cut open in the backyard?
No, I didn't ever kill an animal.
You ever killed an animal? Had a cat's head and.
I ran over a cat like a couple months ago.
A lot of people have.
But everybody runs over shit. It's not
Yeah,
like I
rough childhood. What happened to you?
I was bullied a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we went over all that. I think it's deeper than that, though.
Yeah, that was
We've all
why
been
he
bullied.
lied about getting mugged all those times.
Mm-hmm.
You lied about getting mugged?
No, I didn't lie about getting mugged. That was
you
mine.
lied.
It's a long story.
You lied.
Really?
That ended with a lie detector test.
And by the way, whether he was lying then or lying now or when he was lying, he's told several interns that he did indeed lie on the lie detector test and got away with it.
Yeah. And what does that mean? That you are lying to us?
No. I did
No,
it as a
no,
joke.
no,
I
no,
said
yeah?
It as a, no, I
Or
said
yeah, no.
Yeah, there's a difference.
You want a yeah, no, or a no, yeah? Probably a no, yeah.
I like a yeah, no. I think you want a yeah, no.
no.
That was a good one.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess we'll be keeping an eye on this one.
Yeah.
You're going to continue calling? You know, you don't have a voice that blends in.
Yeah, I know.
Why don't you
It's
try
not one of
changing
these-
it? Like, try a deeper voice right now.
tried.
Try right now.
Try talking deep.
Go as deep as you can go. Say, hi, Ron and Fez. It's Bill from Atlanta.
Hi, Ron and Fez. This is Bill from Atlanta.
No, you're not even trying.
I am.
Just
I
no,
really-
you could
I
hear the
really-
trying. I could hear the trying.
Yeah, but it's not like get down low like this.
Real low.
Oh, I
Go
re-
from this
Bring it down.
Go from this.
Yeah.
to this down here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Kind of just a little gravel to your voice, a little timber.
Yeah. Go from a lollipop kid to a man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead,
All right,
Derek.
I think I got it now. All right.
Just air came out. He tried to say it, and air just came out of his nothing. Wow.
Oh my God.
What happened?
I really can't get my voice deep. I've
Just
tried.
try it.
Go ahead.
I'll close my eyes.
Good.
Hi, Rod and Fez. This is Bill from Atlanta. I really.
Wow.
He can't make his voice
I think
change
even girls
any
could
pitch.
do it.
Can you go higher?
Oh, I can go higher.
Let's hear.
I've called up and pretended to be a girl once.
Yeah?
What? It actually works.
God.
It actually works better than me
What's
trying
probably
to
dressed
be
up like a girl while he was calling just to get in character?
Just put on the fucking skin outfit he has.
What did you do as a girl?
Mother's skin.
My teachers, like when I was in like intermediate school, would call my house.
Well, I don't doubt that they thought the girl was
have you called radio shows as a girl?
You called Ron and Fez as a girl.
No, never called Donna Fez. I called like Booker when he was on Free FM as a girl.
Did you ever take it in the ass like a girl?
You're just like a radio.
That's
fucking
weird.
whore.
What's your girl's name?
I don't know. Remember what name?
Bobby, what's your girl's name?
I'm not telling you. Fuck, are you out of your mind? I didn't want to tell you what type of hair she has or how big her tits are.
But why was he calling
What was
radio
Dominic?
shows that?
Not
Yeah.
Like it makes sense because he's interning here. That he would have to change his name for Ron and Fez, but why did he have to change his name to call Booker's show?
Well, I called as a girl. I couldn't.
What was the girl's name
It was
you
like
used
Ashley
that day?
or something, I forget.
All right, and how does Ashley sound?
Let me hear the sound of a girl voice. Go ahead.
Well, I called up and I was like, "Hi, this is Ashley," and yeah, like that. I really.
Hi, it's Jackie, the joke man.
But you know what? They believed it.
Jackie will be on the show tomorrow.
Do you ever stand naked in front of the mirror and tuck your sack back?
No.
And dance in front of the mirror while you're making these calls?
Would you fuck me?
Would you fuck
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Wait, let me get my voice
You
down.
never pulled your
Would you
balls back
fuck
to
me?
see what you look like? We've all done that. Maybe not Anthony.
I did it today.
Everyone's done the old fruit
I really- I
basket.
Never did the fucking Doberman pincher?
What's that?
you bend over and stick your shit back and you bark a little bit. Fucking, the dog's fucking to make the
You
dog
are so
balls.
fucked up, man.
You never did that?
I can't say I have.
No, there's
You never did that?
No.
there's no bending over when I pretend to be a girl. I'm sorry, Bobby. I
You ever try to mush your helmet into your asshole?
Never.
Me neither. Never did that.
Have you
There's
ever?
a video of some guy fucking himself in the ass and then he shoots a load.
He fucks himself in the ass.
Yes.
I was at the fucking cellar last night. You know Artie Fuqua. You've heard of him.
Artie!
Artie, funny
Love that
guy.
He
Host.
smiles as he beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, he's a fucking just a
He's
delinquent.
amazing.
He's smiling, nicest guy ever, and then he's getting arrested 2 seconds
Right,
later.
but smiling the whole time.
The whole time.
So you don't even know where it went wrong with this guy.
There was a rumor about his cock. He had a picture of his cock on his phone, and I walked up to him immediately. Show me it. He showed me this photo. He's resting this fucking mule on a table. Like, it's not even hard.
Impressive.
It's got to be 12 inches, not hard, resting on a fucking table.
Jesus.
I couldn't even get mine on. I don't rest my cock on anything. It's just hard or not hard. That's
Okay.
it. There's no middle ground.
It's got to be detrimental.
You
want to bury it to the hilt, you know?
What do you mean?
It's like, a girl will be like, you know.
want to go balls deep,
You
Bobby.
fucking, you got to what, halfway
I don't think
in?
Artie could go balls deep.
No, that's so much easier though. You just little pumps. The fucking work I have to put in to get my 6-incher.
The best thing is burying it.
I don't bury it. I hear nothing. Nothing. I never heard ow or oh God. It's just a face. It's just a face like she's looking at a wall clock.
Stephen S. from Bayshore. Derek sounds like a lying progeria kid.
Yeah.
Got a little progeria in your voice.
Yeah.
So now why do you call
As
radio
Ashley.
shows? Just why do you call them at all?
Bored. I have nothing better to do.
So you're bored.
Sam's
so you
gone.
just listen to Ron and Fez and go,
Nice knowing you,
I
Sam."
can contribute something here.
What do you want me to tell your mom?
Yeah. What do you want? What are you going to leave? What are you going to leave me? I want your eyebrows. When you kill him, will you give me his eyebrows? You know, you take souvenirs and shit
Gonna
like that.
scalp his eyebrows, yeah.
You don't hide the eyebrows.
I want to make his eyebrows into an iPhone case.
Hey, you ever try to give your penis a innie?
Push it all the way in?
Yeah.
I don't try.
As
it
a
happens.
kid, you could.
Do you know how many times?
as a kid?
You know how many times
I
I've
mean,
been
if
on
it's soft
you could
enough,
do that.
I could fucking do a little innie action.
I can do it on stage.
All the way in?
It just happens. Like it just goes in.
What?
Listen to me.
Wow.
I'm telling you right now, my shit will just pop in, and I'll have to literally on stage sometimes move around for it to pop back out, so I feel comfortable.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I think I have diabetes of the cock. No blood goes to my dick.
It goes in on itself?
I mean, I could do this with my cock. I can do one hand and then the other hand and a little thumb, but that's pushing my balls down, like fucking almost eliminating my nuts. But when I don't have any hang at all. Like it doesn't hang right now. It's literally. It's right there. That's
one of the funniest visuals ever.
It's just right there.
He's just tapping his groin. He's tapping a little nub bump on his groin
Right now
and saying that's his dick.
That's it right there.
It's sticking straight out.
Yeah.
At about a half an inch.
Yeah. It's like it's just like a dehydrated mushroom.
Hey, you want to ask the intern out? The girl intern? She's outside.
You have a girl intern?
You
want to ask her out?
You want to?
No.
You like her, right?
She got a really good voice.
Is she
She's
hot?
got that gravelly.
Really? She's one of
been
those?
out all night voices. Yeah.
Kind of like the old school
Is it the
Demi
blonde?
Moore action?
Yeah,
You could at least
that's
bring up your
exactly what I
idea
was
to her
thinking.
that you're going to say it on the radio.
She has a more manly a voice than him.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe you should have her
Sexy
talk
though.
for you.
Yeah.
We gotta show respect. Or Ronnie will kill
Hi.
us.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, everyone.
Ronnie will kill us.
Nothing but respect.
Nothing but respect.
Oh, respect.
Why wouldn't you? She's a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're good looking too.
Oh, sweetie, thanks. I fucking like her even more now. And the voice is
Are
that
you the one
sexy.
giving away $5?
5.
Just wondering.
Talk about fucking 10 for you, you sexy.
Wow, look at that, huh?
They learn quick.
Fuck it. Get out of here, Sam. I'm not giving you anything. You work for free, bitch.
New girl, did you know that Derek here was trying some underhanded tactics to go out with you?
I didn't know that. They
Yeah.
didn't tell me he called in.
Well, no one knew because he was lying with the name and everything and said that a great suggestion for the show would be for you to date one of the O&A interns. Knowing he would try to jump in there and say, I'll do it.
I used to do the same thing when I delivered subs for D'Angelo's. I would call up. I was a delivery guy. I would call up and make a pickup order that nobody would ever pick up. And at the end of the day, the guy would be like, well, you want this? Nobody came. And Fatso would take the sub home.
Great fucking scam.
Brilliant.
All the time.
Brilliant.
What a great scam. Oh, shit.
Oh, God damn. Yeah, so he's been trying to pull this scam the whole time. Anything there, new girl?
I mean, he won't even look at me right now.
Look at it, dude. But blink.
Yeah.
You got to blink if you look
At
at
her,
girl,
not
man.
at me.
All right, enough.
Yeah, you'll see that look as you start getting in that tunnel vision of life slipping away.
What's
That's the last thing you'll see.
It's just a circle.
As the sides start going dark.
It just closes in, gets blurry, and then you feel cold.
Hey, let me ask you.
I don't think you
do you
feel
think
the
he's
cold,
cute? I mean, honestly, look at him. Don't. I know you're a little freaked out, but what's your do you
what's
think
your
he's
vibe
cute?
with this
What's your
guy?
vibe?
I think he has a nice look going for him. Maybe not my type.
Can you not tremble when you say that?
She is trembling.
Definitely not my type.
Petrified.
Why? What's the problem with him? As far as your type goes.
Maybe the facial hair.
Because it doesn't connect.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's like in between long or short. It's just strange.
It's because he can't grow it
I'm
fully.
sorry.
Yeah,
This is
that's why
mean.
I'm growing it, because it doesn't fucking want to grow.
Well, yeah, because you
No.
you shave. Yeah, no. No.
Is Love Buzz more your type?
Let's not.
Yeah, it's all right. You don't have to answer that.
His lips look like they're undone.
Love Buzz has been caught multiple times slacking off on cleaning up the studio and talking to
So you
new
can
girl
talk to her a little bit?
outside
Okay.
the studio.
New
Yeah.
girl, some
What is Love
conversation.
Buzz's problem?
Yeah, what's wrong with me?
Retardation.
Your fly
Waxed lips.
His fly was unzipped.
Humiliating.
How embarrassing.
Oh,
Love
my
Buzz.
It's
God.
whatever.
Oh, Love Buzz.
Do you like her, Love Buzz?
Yeah, she's cute.
What's her problem?
Ouch.
Ouch.
Don't really have a problem. She has nice eyes.
She beautiful eyes.
Yeah, she's beautiful, man.
And for the record, yes, this is the second female Ron and Fez intern in a row that Love Buzz has tried to flirt with.
Oh,
Well, I never exactly flirted with her. We just talked. There's no flirting.
Yeah.
talking is kind of flirtatious in the
I
workplace.
guess so.
He talks in life like a shitty actor.
Yeah, he really does.
I don't
Like
know.
he's
Guess
delivering-
that when you don't really talk in life.
delivering
but
lines.
God damn it.
But bad lines. Ronnie's very protective of you, by the way. I see that. I've noticed that.
Which means we should just stop right here because we're going to fuck it up.
Yeah, but why don't you
just
guys
know we're
get
gonna
these
fuck it
type of
up.
interns? Why do you always get guys with fucking jean shorts?
We would get in trouble, first of all.
How?
Because we are not as respectful as Ron Bennington is. I would get in trouble. I am not as respectful as Ron Bennington is. Yeah.
We've had some...
I have a bad reputation, by the way, that precedes me, and it is not always true, by the way.
No one even said anything.
No, but you've heard Ronnie talk about on the air about like, oh, Anthony. Oh,
Yeah.
Look at you trying to clean up your fucking past. Look at you scumbag. You're trying to sweep it up, make it nice and neat. I'm really not that type of guy.
In 5 minutes, too, he's trying to do this.
You're trying to get her back to the compound.
I'm just trying to
You're gonna
say.
As soon as you get in there, you have to kick. You're gonna have to fucking kick some broad off the couch. clean up jizz in the pool. Danny, you get home before me and you clean that blood up.
Gotta call the wolf.
We're roommates.
You guys hang out.
Yeah, I know.
Would you ever go to the
I'll be there
compound?
right after the show.
I'm not sure about that.
No, like,
Ron's
just to hang-
told me to,
To
stay away.
But
It's actually fun. It's just it's a pool and a bar and shit like that. But
guns.
He said you'd say that.
Guns.
Fucking
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
running around.
He said, "What the hell is this?"
Man,
Fight
he's
Club?
really protecting her.
He said you'd say that, sir. Yeah, but it would be also in the company of other people, like in a party atmosphere.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be, one-on-one, because I'd be afraid of any allegations you might make against me, which would probably be completely accurate.
Until he took you to his room like Otter from Animal House. Fucking bar pops up.
The music starts.
There's a silk robe on that doesn't fit, and his mule's hanging out.
Jesus.
Sorry,
Come
that was
on.
my fantasy.
But Bobby's your type?
Who's Bobby?
Oh shit!
Yeah,
How many years in comedy, Bobby, to hear that?
Hang on one second.
That's
That's
what the
the
crowd will be saying at where
Helium
you
Comedy
Philadelphia.
Club.
Helium and Phil.
That's the name of my next CD.
All weekend, starting
Who's
tonight.
Bobby?
Who's Bobby? That's Bobby, and that's your type.
More my type, yes.
Really?
Really? Hang on.
You're like at least a little more clean cut, you know?
Right, yeah.
Incredible
And-
shrinking man, kind of looking.
You guys actually have very similar outfits on today.
Yeah,
Nice.
we
haven't talked.
noticed that. We were
Bobby
me
and Anthony
Bobby
have the
wearing
same shirt.
Thing.
Yeah, but he looks better in it,
A
right,
little
Anthony?
snappy. No,
Anthony does.
Bobby looks great.
Look at Anthony's arm. Look at that muscle.
What?
Wow,
working
it's
out.
bulging.
Oh, I'm working out.
He's working
That's
out.
why,
No, he
yeah.
is working out.
I'm
He looks
working
good,
out.
right?
You know.
Do you like a little you little chubby chaser?
It's all about the personality.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I thought I actually had a good personality.
You do.
I got to work on that.
Personnel.
Fuck.
You have a
Wow.
great personality, Anthony.
but
You're one of
yeah.
the nicest guys ever.
Thank you, Bobby.
You're smart, you're intelligent, you know how to protect yourself, you make some money, you got a beautiful house, you got a,
I'm generous to a fault.
I think
you're
Bobby wants to
generous
date
to
you.
a fault.
Yes, I am.
Right, I'd fucking date Anthony in a second. Out of your mind, I'd be at that house cleaning it up right now. I'd be over.
You'd be the pool boy.
I would be there
Would you be
every
the cabana
fucking
boy?
day.
Every day. Cabana boy, Bob. Oh, that'd be great. What are you doing with that?
What are you doing? You're getting a little nervous over there.
I am. I'm getting nervous because Anthony. He didn't say no right away.
To being my cabana boy.
Ah, dude, I'd be there every day in a little fucking Dutch G-string.
Ooh.
I'd pack in a sock just to make it look all
Your
right.
resume.
Yeah, let's make sure we're not going to get electrocuted.
What's
Yeah. I'm just wondering, is there this reputation that Ronnie has put forth? Is that kind of a blocking thing going on? Because you do seem you're a little pensive when it comes to me.
Yeah, Ron, I take his advice, and he didn't say don't talk to Anthony, but he said stay away from Anthony. A little bit.
Because I try to just even say hi to you in the hall, and you really do kind of you go hi, you turn away. There's no further conversation. There's nothing.
It's a little awkward.
Why is it awkward though? Because of what Ronnie said?
Yeah.
So it's all about what Ronnie has told you about me.
And everything you've said on Twitter, everything you've done in your fucking video
but
cast.
that could be one thing because that's just, me
Right.
as. But by the way, I don't act like this 24 hours a day. I'd be committed. It would be crazy.
Excuse me? I don't know what you just said.
Radio Anthony is Radio Anthony.
What
It's me. I'm not putting
Right.
on a persona, but it's a lot more over the top than just regular life Anthony, who is, I like having fun. I like enjoying myself and things like that. But it's nothing to be petrified about, as Mr. Bennington has put forth to you, that I am some kind of a monster, perhaps.
I don't think you're a monster. I think.
Well, thank you. It's quite a
I
compliment.
think I'm new, so I forget that like radio is different than off the air.
But you're kind of, I mean, it's Anthony, too, from the show, so it's a little intimidating because he's who he is,
Well,
too,
I would hope
right?
not.
It's not like just a regular guy.
Yeah. Well, I never listened before I started interning, so now I'm learning.
Another good compliment right there. Good.
But I love it.
Who are you?
Heard of us? Who are you? Who's Anthony?
Who's Anthony?
That's the
And-
sequel to Who's Bobby?
Yeah, it's on an FX right after Louis. Who's Louis?
So, in essence, let me just wrap this up for everybody.
Are you
Ron
Italian?
Bennington,
We can end this right now.
blocker.
Stop 1 second. Do you date black guys?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't,
All
but
right,
I
so you're
would.
out. So you're done
Wait,
right now.
you would?
She
All
has.
right. Everybody, we will be back tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Bob Kelly at Helium tonight.
Yes.
2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
Come down, baby.
Come down. If you're in the Philly area, see Bob Kelly. Tomorrow on the show, Jackie the Joke Man.
Yeah, Jackie will be on.
Stopping by. Our new friend Colin Kane is going to stop by because Jimmy's going to be down there in Atlanta.
What a
all
great
weekend.
name, Colin Kane.
I know.
And we're going to get a homeless mustard update. Supposedly 90 days sober and playing one of his first shows.
And make sure
Since
you
being
listen
sober.
right after our program to the Cock Blocker and Fez show featuring the intern lover.